So he'll be the bizarre thing. They'll try an onside kick.
Really?
Really? Interesting.
But and UCLA probably did what Penn State wanted to do, is run out this clock, and it's 16 seconds left to go in the game. And you're right, it's going to look different throughout the country on this final score, but you really delve into it and what the people we had defensively out there on the field, and UCLA's approach when you're not sure what you want to do, and literally ran out the entire clock on this drive. weren't trying to win the football game. They just wanted to put a successful drive together, which they were able to do, 2-point conversion, but obviously the game was not as close as the final score will indicate.
It was 16 plays, 73 yards, and they knocked 7:56 off the clock. Like, okay, all right. Okay. 27-11. Penn State, by the way, will go to the Rose Bowl to play UCLA next year. And Pagani will kick it off, and Penn State set up as if it could be an onside kick. He approaches. He does dribble it, and Penn State, Tyler Holsworth is there to fall on it at the 48-yard line.
That's a good job by Holsworth. And that ball was coming low on the ground, line drive type kick, and he went down and just like a shortstop ended up getting and controlling the football, and will take a knee and walk out of here.
So they will, as James Franklin says, the best formation in the world, victory formation. Drew takes it, puts the right knee down, ball game over. The Nittany Lions have opened the season with a 5-0 record. They beat UCLA 27-11, and now it's off to Los Angeles next Saturday for the big one with USC. Maybe took a little while to get in gear. Once they did, they got in gear. They scored 4 straight possessions.
Yeah, and kind of different than last week. It was all the running game last week. We were able to throw the football for 237 yards. And you knew UCLA, after watching the tape of Penn State and how they were able to win football games in the first 4, they only had 85 yards total rushing the football today. But in the second half, the passing game plus the Penn State defense just set the tone.
Boy and stylish, the total package.
Take your game to the next level with a Ford F-150, the official truck of your Georgia Bulldogs. See your local Ford dealer today.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for Athens. The Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big go dogs, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Bulldogs pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
A well-executed game plan is always the key to a victory on the field, and it's the same when it comes to stopping people from dying in crashes caused by drunk drivers. When alcohol is part of the tailgate or any occasion, then the game plan always includes a ride with a sober driver. All drunk driving deaths are preventable, and choosing not to drink and drive saves lives, maybe even your own, and it'll avoid a costly DUI arrest. That's why the Governor's Office of Highway Safety reminds everyone to drive sober so they won't have to pull you over.
When the Georgia Bulldogs take the field, it's game on. Like the Dogs, Walton Gas sets the bar high. For over 2 decades, Walton Gas has been the MVP of natural gas providers, offering unbeatable rates and service. We play a clean game, no hidden fees, just honest pricing and top-notch care. Join the winning team with Walton Gas. Visit waltongas.com or call us today to learn why we're Georgia's most trusted natural gas provider. Go Dogs!
Welcome back to the Ford Drive to Kickoff. Once again, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Welcome back to Sanford Stadium. A gorgeous sunny afternoon here in the Classic City for Georgia and Auburn today, and this is the Ford Drive to Kickoff. Ford F-150. For the latest offers on the official truck of the Dogs, see your local Ford dealer today. We'll check in with Eric Zier and Z's Keys in just a moment. Right now, let's go across the SEC. It's brought to you by T-Mobile, the best 5G coverage in the game. Just one game in the SEC in progress as we speak, and it is almost complete. About 30 seconds to go in the contest. Texas A&M big over Missouri, 41-7. The Aggies came into that game 4-1, looking to go 3-0 now in the inaugural season for head coach Mike Elko in the SEC. Missouri on the verge of suffering its first loss of the year and its first conference loss. They would be 4-1 and 1-1 when the clock runs out. Again, 41-7 is the score. Aggies in front of the Tigers. Now, coming up later today, in fact, we are about 30 minutes away from kick, as is Ole Miss and South Carolina. The Rebels 4-1, 0-1 in the SEC, visiting South Carolina. The Gamecocks are hosting this one. They're 3-1 and 1-1. Ole Miss leads this series, 9 wins and 8 losses. At 4:15 Eastern this afternoon, Alabama will be in Nashville to take on the Vanderbilt Commodores. Crimson Tide with a 60-19 and 4 ties series lead over the Commodores. Some people may be surprised that Vanderbilt has 19 wins over Alabama in their long history here. 4-0 is the record for the Tide. They're 1-0 in the SEC. Vanderbilt 2-2 and 0-1. Later tonight, you've got Tennessee at Arkansas. That's a 7:30 Eastern time game. The Volunteers lead that series. This will be the 20th meeting between the two schools. Tennessee leads the series 13-6. The Volunteers with a record of 4-0 and 1-0 in conference play. Arkansas now 3-2 and 1-1. And the final game of the evening in the conference will feature Florida hosting UCF. Central Florida visiting Gainesville. They're 3-1. Florida 2-2 overall, 1-1 in the SEC. And a host of teams have an open date this weekend. That would include Kentucky, Mississippi State, who will be Georgia's next opponent next week here in Athens, Oklahoma, and Texas, also with an open date. OU and Texas will play in the Red River Showdown next week in Dallas. So that's our look across the SEC, brought to you by T-Mobile, the best 5G coverage in the game. We'll keep it here as Georgia winds down its pregame warm-ups, and we'll catch up with Coach Kirby Smart and DJ Shockley as they head into the locker room in just a couple of minutes. Let's bring in Eric real quickly, Z, before we get too deep into this and have to interrupt. But some of the things you're looking for, Z's keys to a Georgia victory over this Auburn team.
Yeah, so I know we're going to be short on time. We'll run through these quick. One, you got to win the turnover battle. We saw what 4 turnovers did last week against Alabama. You can't win games in the SEC. Auburn knows that all too well. They're -11 in turnover margin this year. Who wins that game today is going to be in a very good position. Have to start winning on third down as well. Dogs only converting 33% of their time on third down. That's got to change. And then defensively, got to set the edge. Make sure that opposing teams, and Auburn here specifically, not able to just easily get outside and get up big chunks of yardage.
How were we so good on fourth down last week, but not on third down?
Boy, it was almost desperation. You just don't care. You don't think about it. A lot of that damage on third down was because of that reason, because we knew we were in 4-down territory.
All right, Shock's down on the field with the coach. DJ, down to you.
Appreciate it, Scott. Coach, first off, what's it feel like to be back home finally in your environment? Dog fans have showed up, but how do you feel to be back home?
Feels great to be home. We got to get them loud and rowdy early, get some help on third down. These guys haven't played on the road, so we got to come out and really play aggressive and be loud as shit on these guys.
What's the message about starting fast? I know that's been a big topic of conversation. We have to start fast. How do you go?
To start fast, everybody wants to start fast, right? You got to cut it loose, and you got to be able to do that by what you've done to earn it. This team's practiced well. We got to do a good job going out and cutting it loose and earn it.
All right, Coach. Appreciate it. Go Dogs. Appreciate it. Back to you, Scott.
Shock, thanks very much. As Kirby pointed out, this is Auburn's first road game. How many times you ever seen a team open up the season with 5 straight home games?
Yeah, we're in October, and it's the first time that you're on the road. Pretty amazing. And Auburn looks at that. Part of the frustration they've got is they've got a chance to get out of the gates, and they're friendly confines, and they end up 2-3, not where they wanted to be. But listen, anytime that you've got a team with this kind of talent with their back up against the wall, you know they're going to come out and be ready to fight.
Only the second time Georgia's been at home this year, and the first time in conference play, and we've got it for you this afternoon here at Sanford Stadium. Georgia and Auburn are on the way. We'll continue with more of the Ford Drive to Kickoff. We are now less than 25 minutes from getting this one underway on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The red zone, that last area of the field the Dogs have to maneuver before they celebrate a touchdown. In financial planning, there's also a red zone. Those last few years of planning before you celebrate retirement. Just like the Dogs have to execute their game plan, you need a game plan for retirement. At the Hoffman Financial Group, we start with a free Portfolio X-ray. It's a deep dive into your retirement accounts. What's working? What's not working? Are you headed for a big tax bill? Will you have enough income? What are your options for Social Security? We're here to help you tackle all the issues you face in retirement. Call the Hoffman Financial Group today for a free Portfolio X-ray. 770-758-6288. That's 770-758-6288. Or online at unleashyourmoney.com. The Hoffman Financial Group is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through the Hoffman Financial Group, Inc. Georgia Insurance License 163546.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. But we're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
Welcome back. Ford Drive to Kickoff. Here, just a shade over 20 minutes away from getting this one underway here on Dooley Field at Sanford Stadium. This portion of the broadcast is brought to you by the Ford F-150. For the latest offers on the official truck of the Dogs, see your local Ford dealer today. Georgia comes into this game with a record of 3-1 overall, 1-1 in the SEC. Dogs went 13-1 last season. Last week, they lost to Alabama in Tuscaloosa 41-34. First regular season loss for the Dogs since 2020. All 3 losses in that time period in Georgia's last 52 games, in fact, have been to Alabama. Georgia's won 26 in a row at home. They look to make it 27 straight today. The last home loss was 2019. Kirby Smart, in his 9th year as Georgia's head coach, has a record of 97 wins, 17 losses. That's a winning percentage of 85%. Record in the SEC, pretty darn good as well. 80% on the winning side, 60-15 in SEC games. Kirby Smart 8-1 as Georgia's head coach against Auburn all time. Georgia leads the series with the Tigers with 64 wins, 56 losses. There have been 8 ties. The Dogs have won 7 in a row and 10 of the last 11. This is the 129th meeting in this series, which goes back to the 1890s. Georgia just 16-17, a bit of an oddity here. 16-17 against Auburn inside our home stadium here in Sanford Stadium. The Dogs did win here. They won at Auburn, last season, 27-20. You'll recall Brock Bowers' spectacular game for the All-American tight end. 8 catches, 157 yards, and that key touchdown at the end of the game to win it for Georgia. For the Auburn Tigers, they come in with a record of 2-3. They're 0-2 in conference play. Their losses in league play to Arkansas and then last week to Oklahoma. They were 6-7 under Hugh Freeze last season. They went 3-5 in SEC play. Hugh Freeze in his second year as Auburn's head coach. In his 1 year plus, his record is 8-10 with the Tigers, 3-7 in the SEC. He's in his 14th year as a head coach overall and an overall record of 111-57. Most recently, he spent 4 years as the head man at Liberty University. Prior to that, 5 years as the head coach with the Ole Miss Rebels. Hugh Freeze SEC record all time between Ole Miss and Auburn, now 22-27. Hugh Freeze with a record of 1-2 in coaching games against Georgia. He is 0-2 against Georgia as Auburn's head coach. In the series against the Bulldogs, as we mentioned, Auburn has lost 7 in a row. This will be the 129th meeting all time. They are 0-8 in Athens since their last win here between the hedges back in 2005. They won a 31-30 contest under then head coach Tommy Tuberville, and again since that time 0-8 here between the hedges. Georgia and Auburn on the way. SEC home opener for the Bulldogs today. We've got blue skies, a few puffy clouds, and the sun is behind one of those big puffy clouds right now, so providing a little bit of shade and a little bit of coolness for the 93,000 that will be gathered here at Sanford Stadium this afternoon. We'll continue more of the Ford Drive to kick off. We'll check the starting lineups for the Dogs when we roll back inside Sanford Stadium right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
They're not just the Bulldogs, they're your Bulldogs. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Bulldogs pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Bulldogs. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs. Copyright 2024. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
It's college football season, so you need all the energy you can get. Luckily, Georgia Power knows a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
This is Georgia Football. Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility and great pay and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
In Georgia, college football is a way of life. And whether it's between the hedges in Athens or from the comfort of my bear cave, Scana Energy's part of it all as a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. So let's join them in cheering on the Dogs to glory this season. Sign up with Scana today and get up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/GoDogs for details. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply.
And 235, Jonel Aguero at star, a sophomore from Lynn, Massachusetts, 5'11", and 205. Damon Wilson likely get a lot of playing time as well today, a sophomore from Nokomis, Florida, 6'4", and 250. In the secondary for the Dogs today, Julian Humphreys at one corner, a redshirt sophomore, 6'1", 195 from Webster, Texas. Daniel Harris probably get some snaps as well, a sophomore from Miami, Florida, 6'3", and 195. Dalen Everett at cornerback as well, junior from Norfolk, Virginia, 6'1", and 190. Dan Jackson, who had 10 tackles last week in the game against Alabama, also had an interception. He is a senior from Gainesville, Georgia, 6'1", 195. He's one of the safeties, along with Malachi Starks, a junior, 6'1", and 205 from Jefferson, Georgia. We'll likely see some K.J. Bolden as well in the game, freshman from Buford, Georgia, 6'1", and 185. Could get some Ellis Robinson as well. Also a freshman from New Haven, Connecticut, 6 feet and 180. To look at some of the probables on defense for the Dogs, we'll check the offense. When we come back, we'll step aside for just a moment. Bright sunshine shining down on the red coat band here in the pregame, and we'll continue with the Ford Drive to kickoff right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for Athens. The Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big go Dogs, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Bulldogs pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
It's college football season, so you need all the energy you can get. Luckily, Georgia Power knows a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Dogs fans in Athens, we have two important rules. Support local business and cheer on the Georgia Bulldogs. This season, we would like to thank our official hometown team partners for their support of Georgia athletics. Georgia Cotton Farmers, Longhorn Steakhouse in Athens, and CertaPro Painters of Athens. Learn more about how you can support these great local partners by finding the Hometown Team Partners ad in the digital game program on GeorgiaDogs.com. Support our hometown team partners and you'll support the Dogs.
365 days a year, just call us up, we'll be right there. Our service is guaranteed. As you make, we take great care. Our experts are always there for you and your family's needs. When your family just can't wait, you can always count on Shoemake.
Between the hedges and across the state, this is where the Dogs play.
Man, is there going to be some property destroyed tonight?
I want us to go out and execute, do the things we got to do, play to our standard, and go play fast.
Dogs on top.
15-0, the Dogs have done it and won a second consecutive national title.
Today, the Deep South's oldest rivalry continues.
Snap, pick up the blitz, and Bobo throws that thing in the end zone, and yes! Touchdown! Touchdown in the goal line!
Carson throws. There's Bowers open at the 26, breaks away at the 20, to the 10, angled to the pylon. Touchdown!
Georgia.
Beck puts it in the air, caught on a spinning move in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Auburn.
Got a really good football team. Got a lot of respect for Hugh. Gone against him for a lot of years.
The Deep South's oldest rivalry.
The record may not indicate, but the record doesn't speak for what this team is. But they got a really good football team.
Live from Sanford Stadium, this is Georgia football. On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, welcome to play-by-play coverage of Georgia football. Bulldogs football is brought to you by Zaxby's, Famous Fingers and Sauces, Pruitt Health, Family Makes Us Stronger, Hoffman Financial Group, helping build your financial dynasty, Modelo Especial, brewed for full-time Bulldogs fans. Drink responsibly. And by Southeast Mortgage, the official home loan lender of the Georgia Bulldogs. Now to the Piedmont Healthcare broadcast booth. Alongside former All-American Eric Zier, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Ladd McConkey just calling the Dogs here to get this game started. The former Bulldog now with the San Diego Chargers. Good to see Ladd back in Athens. Let's quickly check Georgia's probable starters on offense. A little press for time. We'll run through this fast. Ernest Green at left tackle. Dylan Fairchild at left guard. Jared Wilson at center. Micah Morris at right guard, Xavier Truss at right tackle. The wide receivers, Dominic Lovett, a senior from Belleville, Illinois, along with Arian Smith, who had a career game last week in Tuscaloosa, senior from Bradley, Florida, and Dylan Bell, a junior from Houston, Texas, 2 touchdowns for Bell last week. The tight ends, Oscar Delp, Lawson Lucky, and Ben Urosic. The running backs, Trevor Etienne and Branson Robinson and Cash Jones. And the quarterback is Carson Beck, the senior, 6'4", 220 from Jacksonville, Florida. We'll step aside. We've got the coin toss coming up in just a few moments here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Attention Georgia Bulldogs football fans. Napa is here to help you hit the road this season. As a proud partner of University of Georgia football, Napa helps you tackle tough projects. With a network of nearly 6,000 auto parts stores and over 17,000 auto care centers nationwide. So whenever your mean machine is coming down the track, know that the Napa network has your back.
Don't let your insurance company fumble your coverage. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance never drops the ball. We're an award-winning company offering a variety of insurance coverage options for your home, auto, and more. And with experienced agents in every Georgia community, we always bring our A game. Don't drop the ball. Visit gfbinsurance.com or call 877-404-1050 to talk with one of our Georgia-based agents today.
The dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Proud partner of Georgia football. Learn more at corepower.com.
Fall is here and the University of Georgia is back in action. Whether you're gearing up for game days or enjoying the outdoors, set yourself up for success with Good Feet Premium Arch Support Systems. Good Feet Arch Supports align your entire body and are custom fit to your lifestyle. On the move, cheering from the stands, seeking relief from plantar fasciitis, or from days on your feet, we've got the perfect fit for everyone, including you. The Good Feet store is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Visit one of our 12 locations. Walk-ins welcome or book online at goodfeet.com. Go Dogs!
Introducing Zaxby's new Chicken Finger Tacos. Now available in Chipotle Ranch with Pico and Avocado Ranch BLT. Chicken experts since 1990. Chicken taco experts since now. Head to your local Zaxby's to try both flavors today.
Redcoat band clearing the field. We're going to have kickoff in just a few moments. We've got perfect weather on the warm side, 82 degrees right now and mostly sunny here in Athens, Georgia. The Bulldogs and the Auburn Tigers are coming up. The captains are coming out. We'll have the coin toss next on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Proud partner of Georgia football. Learn more at corepower.com.
This is Coach Kirby Smart. The decision-making process between an elite athlete and a school takes time. You can rely on stats and research, but sometimes you just get a gut feeling about the person across from you, their unshakable desire to be elite. It's when game recognizes game.
Take your game to elite levels with the power and performance of the Ford F-150, the official truck of your Georgia Bulldogs. See your local Ford dealer today.
Ford F-150, built Ford tough. Go Dogs.
Introducing Zaxby's new Chicken Finger Tacos. Now available in Chipotle Ranch with Pico and Avocado Ranch BLT. Chicken experts since 1990. Chicken taco experts since now. Head to your local Zaxby's to try both flavors today.
Between the hedges and across the state, this is where the dogs play. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey Dog Nation, I'm excited to let you in on a little secret. When it comes to home financing, Southeast Mortgage is the real deal. We have a winning game plan to tackle your home loan needs. Southeast Mortgage understands what it means to support Georgia, and we'll make your home buying experience a winning drive. Get in the game and choose Southeast Mortgage. Visit our website at southeastmortgage.com/UGA to get started. Let's score a touchdown for your future. Go Dogs!
NMLS number 103956. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 6578.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for Athens. The Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big Go Dogs, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Bulldogs pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Let's go down to the field for today's coin toss, brought to you by Georgia's own credit union, banking on purpose. DJ Shockley's got the results for us. Shock.
Hey, that's guy. Well, of course, Auburn had the choice. They chose tails and lost. Dogs won the toss, so they will defer to the second half. Defense be on the field first. And the message coming out of the locker room, he made every offensive lineman and defensive lineman stand up. And he said, we will not win this game unless you guys are the difference. In the SEC, the line of scrimmage is the difference. And he said, I'm tired of hearing about people saying, how do we start faster? You start faster by going and attacking these guys and playing your style of football and show people that we are who we are and go play hard and go win the ball game. But ultimately, he said the line of scrimmage will be a big key to this ball game.
All right, Shock, thanks very much. Georgia in red home jerseys, silver breeches, red helmets. Auburn all in white jerseys and pants and helmets. It's time to tee it up between the hedges here this afternoon. Opening kickoff powered by Georgia Power. Doesn't matter where in the Peach State you're cheering on the Dogs. Georgia Power is energizing your community. Visit georgiapower.com/community to learn more. Our referee today is Steve Marlowe, as the officials, all 8 of them out there, head to their respective positions on the field. Auburn on the far sideline from our perch here in the Claude Felton 400 level press box. And Georgia on the near side. 93,000 plus jammed into Sanford Stadium. Some are standing. Most are standing in the seats. Some are standing in the standing room only areas to our left, just inside the bridge. We're going to watch it from the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth here in the Larry Munson broadcast suite this afternoon. And Georgia football is brought to you in part by Modelo, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Grab a refreshing Modelo Especial brewed for full-time Bulldogs fans. Drink responsibly. It'll be Peyton Woodring to tee it up and kick it off from right to left, east to west here in the stadium configuration. And Auburn has one man back deep, Jeremiah Cobb, to possibly return the kick. He's on the near hash, right on the goal line. Ready to go. Here's Woodring. He jams his foot into this one. A high end-over-end kick going to come down inside the 5 at the 2 for Campbell. He'll return it to the 10, to the 15, across the 20, and drives to about the 23, 24-yard line, where Georgia takes him down with Gabe Harris. The outside linebacker from Thomasville, Georgia, makes the stop. Auburn first to touch the football. They spot it on the 23. That's where the Tigers will begin play here this afternoon.
To say this Auburn offense has been turnover prone would be an understatement. 15 turnovers on the year as a team. They're minus 11 in turnover margin. See if the Dogs can start fast indeed and pick up a cheap one here.
Auburn starts with an empty set. 4 receivers to the left. Now they shift. Bring 2 in tight, 1 in the backfield, 2 receivers left and 1 to the right for Peyton Thorne, the quarterback. Takes the snap out of the shotgun and is promptly sacked by Ty Ingram Dawkins on the left side. He moved to his left after he took the snap, then just kind of stood in no man's land, Z, until big number 93 drops him for a loss back on the 18-yard line, a loss of 5.
Yeah, it looked like a busted play. Thorne just took off almost by himself outside. Not sure if that's what he was supposed to do or not, but just ran right into the waiting arms of us.
Auburn behind the chains already on the second play of the game. It's going to be 2nd down and 15. Tigers on their own 18-yard line. They shift into the pistol with Hunter behind Thorne. Jarquez Hunter, his first carry, angles to the right. He's up across the 20, dragging Chaz Chambliss down to the 21-yard line. Also, Kristen Miller in on the stop, the defensive lineman from Ellenwood, Georgia. So he picked up 3 to the 21. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Tigers. They're looking at 3rd and 12 from their own 21-yard line.
Yeah, just a simple off-tackle zone run there by Auburn. Dogs, good job there, hemming that up. Dogs come out of the gates here. They played cover 2 on both snaps. Not giving any kind of different looks early on.
They shift one man out of the backfield. That was Malcolm Simmons, a wide receiver, and he lines up wide to the left with 3 others. They throw a screen out in that direction, and it's caught, and Auburn will get positive yards. Damari Alston, one of the running backs, made that catch out far to the left, and he ran right past his blockers and threw a first wave of defenders all the way up to the 34-yard line. He got 13 yards and picked up the first down by a yard.
Boy, just a bubble screen, nothing fancy there, but a couple of really nice blocks out in front. And Dogs unable to make the tackle just in front of the sticks.
KJ Boldham's the guy that grabbed the leg and got him on the turf at the Tigers 34. So Auburn with a new set of downs now, 1st and 10 in bright sunshine here in Athens. Peyton Thorne, the quarterback, 6'2", 203, a transfer a couple of years ago from Michigan State. They will run it with Hunter swinging wide to the right, never gets to the corner, near sideline, thrown into out of bounds by C.J. Allen, the linebacker, as the Dogs stretched out that lateral run all the way to the near sideline. They're going to spot him down at the 34 for absolutely no gain on the play.
Nice job there. We talked about in pregame the Dogs needing to set the edge, keep contained, or at least stretch those out if Auburn tries to run outside. We struggled with that in the first half against Alabama. We've struggled with that really all year up to this point. That time, nice job by Allen scraping very quickly and forcing that play east and west.
They put a tight end in the backfield now. That's Deal, and they put Hunter in a tight receiver slot to the left. Payne or Thorne will throw it. He dumps it to the right to the tight end. Luke Deal throws it at his feet. It bounces incomplete.
Dogs in cover 2 there, really nothing downfield. Thorne just trying to go to his check down, had Allen coming right at him. Thorne just backed up, never really got his feet set, and just threw that into the dirt.
3rd and 10 now for the Tigers on their own 34-yard line. First series of the game, a little more than 3 minutes gone. Thorne sends Simmons out of the backfield. 4 receivers now stack up to the left, 1 to the right. Empty set. Snap it back. Thorne wants to run it. He will to the 30, to the 35, running to the right side, right into the Georgia bench where he slides out of bounds. Well short of the first down. Chased into the boundary by Jalen Walker, the linebacker. And he slides to the turf going into the Georgia bench area at the 37-yard line. Auburn's quarterback gets 3 on that run, and they'll send on the punt unit.
Yeah, that was a designed run all the way. Auburn got in the same formation. They on the last 3rd down they were in, where they just completed the bubble screen for the first down. Same formation this time. Show that look. Try to catch the Dogs off guard.
Tigers will kick it away. Anthony Evans, the deep man, back. He's on the 15-yard line. This one will sail out of bounds, however, before the 15-yard line, as it was Oscar Chapman, the Australian punter, kicking it. It sails out of bounds. Where did they mark it? Up at the 25-yard line is where it sailed over the out-of-bounds line. 38-yard punt for the Tigers, and we've got a timeout. So Georgia gets its first touch on the 25-yard line. Scoreless game, first quarter. Georgia's first action on offense will happen when we come back. Our first half today presented by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured in a wreck, there's only one call, that's all. 404 Call Ken. Back after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
It's college football season, so you need all the energy you can get. Luckily, Georgia Power knows a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Hunger affects every community in America, from children to seniors to hardworking families. So to help those struggling with food insecurity, our Kroger associates work together to rescue nutritious food that would otherwise go to waste. They then distribute it to local food banks in an effort to donate 3 billion meals to those in need by 2025. Because at Kroger, we believe that everyone deserves access to fresh food. Join the Kroger Zero Hunger Zero Waste Foundation to help defeat hunger and eliminate food waste. Visit chcwf.org today.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
A smooth, close Barbasol shave in the morning lifts your confidence. That rich, creamy lather will catapult you to greatness. Nothing can stop you today. Well, except that traffic jam. Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The Piedmont Bank is a proud partner of the UGA Athletic Association and presenter of the 2024 Arch Award. As one of Georgia's largest community banks, we are focused on serving businesses and the communities they serve. With headquarters right here in Metro Atlanta, our tailored banking expertise and solutions help meet the diverse needs of our customers so they have what it takes to grow, expand, and thrive. It's what elevates us above the rest. Find a location near you at Piedmont.bank and experience elevated banking for you and your business. The Piedmont Bank. Banking elevated. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Scoreless first quarter. Georgia with its first touch coming up back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth here at Sanford Stadium. As Auburn generated one first down, but then had to kick it away. Now Georgia out on the field, huddling up. Drew Bobo is going to be the starting center today, so that's a bit of a shift. Jared Wilson listed as probable, but it is Drew Bobo that's on the field to start. Micah Morris and Dylan Fairchild, the guards, and then Truss and Green are the tackles. And Dylan Bell breaking out to the right as one right wide receiver. And Georgia with a quick break of the huddle. And Carson Beck in the shotgun, hands off to Etienne, and Trevor running straight ahead, wrapped up high around the shoulders at the 26-yard line by Philip Bleedy, transfer from Indiana, senior from Trenton, New Jersey. And he got maybe a half yard, and it's going to be second down and 9.
Auburn, two high safeties there, but good penetration on that read option.
Love it in motion across the formation to the right. We throw it back the other direction to Arian Smith. He makes the catch and pushes the ball up to the 30-yard line before he's covered up by 3 defenders led by Jalen McLeod, a senior from Washington, D.C., a transfer from Appalachian State. So we got 4 up to the 30, and it's going to be third down and 5. Dogs going quickly. Quick dart over the middle on a crossing route. Caught by Dylan Bell, but tackled immediately. Where? At the 34, 33, 34-yard line. And that's going to be short of the first down, but maybe we're going to see what we saw last week when Georgia fell behind so far. They had great success on fourth down last year. There's a flag on the field.
Results in a first down.
So we get the first down via penalty. We'll take it.
Well, Dogs went hurry up there. Auburn late getting players off the field. Had 2 guys when that ball was snapped trying to get to the sideline. Never made it.
So the 5-yard mark off puts the ball on the 35. First and 10 for the Dogs on our own side of the 50. Scoreless first quarter. Georgia working on its first series of the game. Beck in the shotgun. Etienne to his left in the backfield. Hand it to Trevor. Big hole at right guard, but it closes at the second level. And Etienne rushes over the 35 to about the 38, maybe the 39, before being stopped by Dorian Mausi, a transfer from Duke, the linebacker, and Eugene Asante, transfer from North Carolina, up to the 40-yard line. He got 5 yards on first down. It'll be second and 5.
Well, Etienne only 36 carries on the year. He did miss the Clemson game, so less action than everybody else has seen, but definitely somebody that this coaching staff and this offense need to have involved in a big way in this game plan.
Want to throw it now with Beck. He looks to the right, comes back to the left, dumps it off in the left flat to Branson Robinson, who made the catch at the 39, then upended at the 40 by the safety Caleb Wooden from Lawrenceville, Georgia. So Robinson with the catch. And the gain, what they're going to say, when he flipped him down up to the 43-yard line, he got 3 yards. And it'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Dogs on our own 43-yard line.
Auburn, so far in this series, heavy dose of cover 2. Pretty good coverage down the field there. Smart decision by Carson Beck just to get to his check down.
Out of the pistol now with ETN. Play fake. Beck sets up and throws. Wide open, Lucky over the middle at the Auburn 45 to the Auburn 30 and veers out of bounds at the Auburn 24-yard line. Scana Energy first down as Kayan Lee, the cornerback, finally got Lucky out of bounds deep in Georgia in Auburn territory. Check a flag on the far side of the field, dropped at the Auburn 31. Lawson Lucky with the catch. Just a sideline warning, as you heard referee Steve Marlowe. 33-yard gain for the Dogs, 1st and 10 at the Auburn 24.
Just a crossing route there by Lawson Lucky. What really made that play go, great play action there between Carson Beck and Trevor Etienne. Just enough of a fake to bring that linebacker core of Auburn up a step or two. Lawson Lucky snuck in right behind him.
7th catch of the year for Lucky. Dogs with 2 tight ends going out to the right now. A trio of receivers in a bunched formation to the right. They shift Etienne. Beck works out of the shotgun. Play fake to Etienne. Throws for the corner. And it's juggled and dropped by Colby Young. He was being covered pretty well by Auburn's Kinsley Lador Faustin, a freshman from Naples, Florida, around the 4-yard line, and it's incomplete. Georgia will go back to the 24 and look at 2nd down and 10.
Takeoff there by Colby Young. Pretty good coverage by Auburn. Carson was trying to go back shoulder, but that football thrown just a little too far upfield.
2 receivers to Beck's right. Now we bring Delp in motion to the near side, joining 2 other receivers there, and they'll throw it to Young with blockers. He breaks away from one tackler at the 25 after catching the ball, veers inside towards the hash, and will be tackled down at the 18-yard line, a gain of 6.
Another quick slip screen there by Georgia against one single high safety man-free coverage.
Dogs in the Massey Ferguson red zone, looking at 3rd down and 3 now. And the ball right outside the 17-yard line. Beck talking to his offensive line. 3 receivers in a bunch formation on the far hash to his right. Etienne stays in the backfield with Carson. Beck claps his hands. Snap. Throws it wide open. Etienne on the left side. Catches it backpedaling at the 16-yard line. And then out of bounds at the 13. Dogs get a Scana Energy first down inside the Massey Ferguson red zone. And Georgia's offense cooking now at the Tiger 13-yard line. Pause 10 seconds quickly. Station ID on the Bulldogs Sports Network. First and 10, Georgia on the Auburn 13.5. London Humphreys in the game at receiver to the right. We're going to hand it off to Branson Robinson, however. He runs it straight up the gut, down close to the 10. They'll mark it back at the 11, it looks like. Before he was knocked around for a couple of yards. He got 3 to the 11. Going to bring up 2nd down now. They say 2nd down and 8. Georgia moving some players on the field and off the field. Dylan Bell comes out of the game for the moment. From the 11. Dogs trying to get on the board first here. Snap it back to Carson Beck. He stands in the pocket with time. Throws it out on the right side to Etienne. Makes the catch. Makes a man miss to the 10, to the 5, far sideline. And I think he stepped out of bounds before he hit the pylon. The officials are going to talk about it. Looks like they're spotting him at the 2 on the far side of the field. Oscar Delp springing him on the far side with a terrific block. And Etienne wiggles his way down to the 2-yard line. It's goal to go for the Dogs. They're already up over the ball and ready to go. Quick snap to Beck. It's a little high. Handed off. And touchdown. Trevor Etienne bulls his way into the end zone. First score of the game, and the Dogs lead it 6-0.
Boy, we needed to get number 1 involved more in the game plan. The Dogs out of the gates have done just that. Feeding him the rock in the running game. Throwing the football to him as well. He is as dynamic an offensive threat as this team has. Good to see Trevor Etienne getting involved in this game quick.
You wanted a fast start, you got a fast start. 6:24 on the clock here in the opening quarter. The Dogs with a 2-yard touchdown run. Brought to you by Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Here's Peyton Woodring for the point after try towards the west end zone. The kick is high and good. And his extra point streak continues. Georgia with a 7-0 lead. Their first touch of the game goes the distance, 75 yards into the end zone on a 2-yard run by Etienne. It's Georgia 7, Auburn nothing here in the first quarter. Our first half presented by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured in a wreck, there's only one call, that's all. 404. Call Ken. We're back in the sunshine in Athens after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Everybody loves college football, but not everybody goes to college, and that's okay. I'm Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. Just like a college, our training program is a 4-year Earn While You Learn program. When you turn out, you'll be well paid, in high demand as one of the finest electricians in the world. Unlike college, there's no student loan debt. Visit IBEW613.org.
There's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Home isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. Like curling up in a comfy chair while it's cold outside, with a warm drink, or maybe even a wine in hand. As you watch the world go by outside your window.
Short rib.
Good afternoon, this is your captain speaking.
Which is why at Delta, our people do our best to make you feel at home. Refill? Long before you get there. Delta, keep climbing.
Piedmont is passionate about Georgia, about each and every person that makes our state incredible. That's why we're leading real change in healthcare, dedicating ourselves to providing a quality patient experience through innovation, personalization, and teamwork. What does that mean for you? You get up-to-date treatment, collaborative care, and the best possible outcomes. To see more about our commitment to raising the standards of quality in Georgia, visit piedmont.org/quality care. Piedmont, real change lives here.
Back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth here at Sanford Stadium. Georgia leads it 7-0, and the drive took 4 minutes and 58 seconds, 11 plays, 75 yards. The capper, a 2-yard touchdown run by Trevor Etienne, his second touchdown of the season for the Florida transfer. That's your Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. Call Georgia Metals today and say roof, roof, roof for your Bulldogs discount. Let's go to the sidelines. Our man DJ Shockley on the sidelines. He's brought to you by attorney Ken Nugent. Shock.
Hey, fellas, one good thing we saw on that drive was the offensive line moving people, being able to run the football. I know we talked about that a lot, but that's the one thing that Mike Bobo talked about when he spoke to the offense before they came out, was he was putting this game on the offensive line, and if they didn't impose their will, then this game will go a lot differently. So good to see you on that first drive, getting started fast like you guys mentioned, but also getting that run game going.
Here's Woodring's kickoff. It'll sail towards the west end zone, come down about 2 yards deep, and Cobb wants to run it out. Jeremiah Cobb, and he's out to the 20, far side of the field, gets to the sidelines, and the whistles will blow. He steps out of bounds at the 29-yard line. He had a little bit of blocking. He caught it closer to the near hash on this side of the field and veered all the way to the wide side. And a decent return up to the 29-yard line. Run out of bounds there by the linebacker Chaz Chambliss for Georgia. So Auburn on its own 29-yard line to start. 7-0 Dogs. Could have been Cash Jones who ran him out over there. They changed some numbers on the special team, so we'll do our best with that today. Some guys wearing different jerseys that's not their actual numerical jersey. Auburn 1st and 10 on the 29. Play fake and a quick throw out by Thorne to Robert Lewis, the Georgia State transfer. Hit immediately on the sideline at the 32-yard line. The gain was only 3. Jonel Aguero got a good lick in there for the Dogs, the sophomore from Lynn, Massachusetts. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers on their own 32.
Yeah, Lewis just on a quick swing pass there, but just zero room once he caught the football. Dogs tracking everything that the Tigers are trying to do right now.
Auburn in bright white uniforms, bright sunshine here in Athens today. They work on the far hash, moving right, hand it to Hunter. Hunter trying to drive with a man hanging on him. That was Damon Wilson, the linebacker. Had his arms draped across his shoulder pads, didn't have good leverage to bring him down, and Hunter just kept running. They finally get him on the turf after a short gain to the 35 to 3-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down for the Tigers, 4 yards to go.
Hunter is an absolute workhorse. 65 carries coming into this game on the year, averaging 6.7 yards per carry. He is a load.
He's in the backfield with Thorne right now to his left. Quarterback's in the shotgun. Dogs stack the defensive line. They bring 4. Thorne rolls to the right, looks downfield, throws. He's got a man open there, and he throws it right into his hands at the Georgia 44-yard line. Keandre Lambert-Smith, the Penn State transfer, makes a nice catch right in between the coverage. Dan Jackson bumps him out of bounds at they spotted at the Georgia 41-yard line.
Lambert-Smith on a corner route out of a bunch formation there. That was a run-pass option. Get Thorne on the edge. If he's got it, try to take it with his legs. Georgia had to sneak up just a little bit with the threat of the run, which allowed Thorne to drop it in.
24 yards on the pass play. 1st down for the Tigers. They're in Georgia territory for the first time. Thorne takes a step forward, talks to his offensive line, now back in position. Quick snap back. Here comes Ingram Dawkins again, and he'll go down at the 50. Another sack for Ty Ingram Dawkins, his 2nd of the game already, and the loss of 9 back to the 50.
Boy, Ingram Dawkins just a little inside move. Auburn never able to slide down to go pick him up. Ingram Dawkins nearly untouched getting into the Auburn backfield for the sack.
Not sure why they spot it closer to the 48. Just looked at the replay. Clearly went down on the 50. But they give him the benefit of the doubt and put it on the Georgia 48-yard line. So the loss is only 7 officially. They call it 2nd down and 18 on the scoreboard. Auburn's going to call a timeout. So things are not going so well after that sack for the Auburn offense. Timeout for the Tigers with 3:41 to play in the first quarter. We've got a break here at Sanford Stadium. Our first half presented by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured? You know who to call. There's only one call, 404-CALL-KEN. Our score here in Athens, Georgia 7, Auburn nothing. Back after this timeout on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Introducing Zaxby's new Chicken Finger Tacos. Now available in Chipotle Ranch with Pico and Avocado Ranch BLT. Chicken experts since 1990. Chicken taco experts since now. Head to your local Zaxby's to try both flavors today.
This football season, the Bulldogs won't be the only ones scoring. Let First Franklin Financial help you score the cash you need with a loan up to $15,000. At First Franklin, we offer fast approvals, fixed rates, and payment plans to fit any budget. To find the Georgia branch near you, visit us at WeMakeLoans.com. All loan terms and APR depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria and may require collateral. First Franklin Financial Corporation, NMLS number 141654. Georgia Residence Licensing number 5656. Offer not available in North Carolina.
Hello, dog fans. This is Trip Strickland with Georgia Metals, and we've been real busy in the off-season. Georgia Metals has expanded into 7 states. Chances are, wherever you are, we are too. So go to GeorgiaMetals.com and call a location near you and give our salesman a hearty roof for a discount on your next project.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states.
Back inside the Piedmont Healthcare booth here at Sanford Stadium, Dooley Field at Sanford Stadium. Georgia with a 7-0 lead first quarter. Georgia football brought to you by your Atlanta area BMW centers now through September 30th. Oops. Take advantage of exceptional offers on the all-electric BMW i4 and iX. For more details, I should have just edited that part out. Visit BMWATL.com today, proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. All right, writing down on my list, call sales. And Z, you're looking for some good food to eat up here in the Claude Felton press box.
I am.
I know you said you were hungry.
I am a little hungry. I'm wondering what we've got for the halftime snack. Hot dogs. I think it's hot dogs. Okay.
You know, one guy having a pre-halftime snack is Ty Ingram Dawkins. He's already got 2 sacks on Peyton Thorne.
Boy, is he ever. And hasn't really even had to go tackle Thorne either. Thorne has just kind of crumbled every time he sees him.
He sees 93 coming at him and just right down on the turf. All right, here we go. 2nd and 18 for the Tigers. They're on the Georgia 48.5. 7-0 is the lead. Play fake to Hunter to the left. Thorne will throw it back to the right. It's caught at the Georgia 31 by Lambert Smith, hyphenated last name. The Penn State transfer makes the grab there. Close to the near hash, and they bring him down on the 31-yard line. Dan Jackson with another tackle there. But that's a pretty good gain of 18 for the Tigers, and that's a first down.
Yeah, good protection there by the Auburn offensive line. Just a deep curl against cover 2.
Thorne in the shotgun. Tight end shifts a little bit to the left. Hunter's in the backfield with him. Flashes some hand signs to Hunter. Hand off to Jarquez Hunter, running with blocking left side. Oh, found a little bit of a hole inside the 20, 15, tripped up down close to the 10-yard line. It was C.J. Allen that got a piece of his leg and stumbled him a little bit, and then Malachi Starks finished him off, but Hunter running well down to about the 12-yard line, far right into the field.
Yeah, just a stretch zone run. Hunter able to get outside of containment there. A nice little crease opened up. He was close to being out off to the races. Allen fortunate to get a shoestring.
19-yard gain. They're in the red zone, trying to tie it up. Play fake Thorne, throws for the end zone. Back shoulder fade is incomplete on the left edge of the end zone. Down on the east end of the field. Cam Coleman was the target. Big freshman, 6'3" and 197 from Phoenix City, Alabama. But Dalen Everett was on him, and the throw was a little bit wide to the left. Incomplete will make it 2nd down and 10 to go from the Georgia 12.
Yeah, Thorne had the look that he wanted with that takeoff. Just press man coverage there. Better thrown football, more accurate, would have been 6 points for the Tigers.
Ball's on the far hash. Auburn moving to our right. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They'll keep it on the ground here. Hunter, got a big gap, and he's tripped up by one of our linebackers, I think, as he got past the line of scrimmage. No, it's a safety, Dan Jackson, that came up to knock his legs out from under him. After he got inside the 10 to the 8, he got 4. It's going to be 3rd down. Big 3rd down play early in the ball game now here for Georgia. 3rd and 6 for the Tigers. They trail the Dogs 7-0. Less than 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Auburn down there in front of the student section and the band. It needs to be loud down there for you Georgia fans. Split backfield now. Thorne stands between Campbell to the left and Hunter to the right. Campbell goes in motion to the left, and Thorne, they snap it to him. He's left to just try to run it. I'm not sure if that was a broken play or not. It didn't look like much was happening, and he's down immediately. Michael Williams drops the Auburn quarterback on the 9-yard line as he tried to tiptoe forward. He lost a yard.
Yeah, Scott, I think that was a designed quarterback run all the way.
Oof.
Auburn pulled a tight end and then had a lead blocker with Hunter try to get upfield, but we closed the gap immediately.
It was not well designed, I'll say that. Georgia's defense did a nice job. Here's Towns Magoo to try to put Auburn on the board. From the 17, 27-yard try, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. Magoo now 3 for 6 on the season. He's their number 2 kicker, as their regular guy, Alex McPherson, has not played this year. He's been out due to an illness, but he is on the field today if needed. But Magoo gets the first points for the Auburn Tigers. So it's a 7-3 contest now. That was a 10-play Auburn drive and 62 yards, 5 minutes and 21 seconds. A 27-yard field goal puts them on the board. That's the Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. Call Georgia Metals today and say roof, roof, roof for your Bulldogs discount. So the Georgia defense bending a little bit, not breaking completely, holding Auburn to a field goal, and that's good.
The Dogs doing a good job early in this football game of making Thorne beat us with his arm. We've really hemmed him up when he has tried to run the football. Thorne throwing the football decently well right now. 4 out of 6, 56 yards here in this first quarter.
7-3 with less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Georgia in front. Dogs went 75 yards on their first possession. 2-yard touchdown run by Trevor Etienne capped the drive. Now the Tigers with the ball teed up on the far hash, kicking left to right, and it'll be Magoo to kick it away. And back deep to possibly return it is Anthony Evans. He's going to come up and play it at the 6. He will return it 10, 15, straight ahead at the numbers, across the 20 and knocked sideways about the 23, 24-yard line. And Georgia will have it there in that vicinity. Georgia football is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Feeling great starts. Feeling great. Let's try that again. Feeling great starts with a great shave, and a great shave starts with Barbasol's thick and rich moisturizing lather. Start your day off right with Barbasol.
Heavy dose of Trevor Etienne for the first series that the Dogs had. Ran the football 3 times, only 8 yards on the ground, but had a couple more catches into that mix as well.
Georgia starts, from the 23-yard line. A little toss sweep to the short side right to Etienne. And Etienne up the field outside the numbers just barely. Crosses the 25, gets up to the 27-yard line. So he picks up 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Dogs with less than 30 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Georgia with a 7-3 lead, looking for more here on their second possession. Beck waving the tight end Urosic in motion to the left, goes back to the right with the pass, and it's caught by Dylan Bell right on the sideline at the first down marker. He's hit pretty hard at the 34-yard line on the Auburn side of the field, but Bell hangs on, picks up the Scana Energy first down at the 34. Got 7 out of that, and that's going to be the last play of the quarter, I believe. Beck wants the ball, but the clock's going to hit 0. He was clapping his hands hard, but Drew Bobo never snapped it, and the Dogs will head to the sideline for a timeout after the first quarter comes to an end. So Georgia in front by 4. It's the Dogs 7, Auburn 3, quarter number 2 on the way. Our first half presented by attorney Ken Nugent this afternoon. Injured in a wreck, there's only one call, that's all. 404, call Ken. We're back to Sanford Stadium. Georgia and Auburn continue after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
Kick off your game with Georgia Peanuts. Power-packed with protein, essential nutrients, and great taste, Georgia Peanuts are the MVP for affordability, sustainability, and nutrition. To score life touchdowns while cheering on the Dogs, look for Georgia Peanuts in Sanford Stadium concessions or visit gapeanuts.com to order online. This message is brought to you by the family farmers of the Georgia Peanut Commission. Peanuts! Get your peanuts!
This This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Some people like A and others like B. At BMW, we prefer X. Like the dynamic X3, meant for ultimate exploration. The X5, built to conquer even the most difficult paths. Or the pinnacle of comfort and luxury, the X7. And since every X-Range vehicle is packed with performance and versatility, you'll always get the best of X. The BMW X-Range. Your next X-Venture starts here.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
Game day traditions start with a cup of community coffee. Proud coffee partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Family owned since 1919, Community Coffee has spent 5 generations roasting great tasting blends right here in the USA. They're just as dedicated to making a difference in the community with programs that support teachers, military service members, disaster relief, and first responders. Try Community Coffee or find it near you at communitycoffee.com.
Back inside the Munson Broadcast Suite, Piedmont Healthcare Radio booth here at Sanford Stadium. Georgia with a 7-3 lead. And let's recap that first quarter. It's presented by Ag South, Ag Georgia, and Southwest Georgia Farm Credit. Loans for land and farms. Georgia with 81 total yards in that first quarter. Auburn with 76. The Dogs passed for 67, ran for 14. Auburn 56 through the air, 20 on the ground. The Dogs were not penalized in that first quarter. Auburn had 1 for 5 yards. Georgia 2 for 2 on third down on their scoring drive. Auburn 2 for 4 on third down thus far. Beck 7 out of 8 throwing the football for those 67 yards we mentioned a few moments ago. Peyton Thorne for Auburn 4 of 6 for 56. Etienne's got 12 yards rushing for Georgia on 4 carries. Hunter has 30 yards on 5 carries for the Tigers. So here we go. Start the second quarter. New 15 on the clock. Georgia on the 34-yard line. Our own 34 now moving to our right towards the east end zone here in those lovely red jerseys, silver breeches. Bobo snaps it back to Beck. Sets in the pocket on the 26. Fires a bullet to Colby Young. Caught on the Georgia sideline at the 48. Sidesteps a man, then tackled at the Auburn 49-yard line for a Scana Energy first down. 17 yards, and Georgia goes quickly. 1st and 10 at the Auburn 49.
Yeah, just a curl on the outside. Easy read for Carson Beck.
There's a handoff to Etienne. He veers to the left and then jumps back to the right on the hash and will run into the second layer of Auburn defenders. Eugene Asante, a transfer from North Carolina, the linebacker, makes the tackle at the Auburn 43-yard line. But a quick 6 yards for Trevor Etienne. Yeah, now it's Branson Robinson in the game now.
Sorry, Scott. Great push there by Micah Morris. And Xavier Truss there opened up a huge hole for Trevor.
Again, Bobo, the starting center today. No Jared Wilson yet. Handoff to Robinson. Trying to find some blocking in the backfield there. Oscar Delp was fighting one man, and Robinson trying to read off his block. He hops his way to the 43. That's back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. As Jaron Thompson, the safety, a transfer from Texas, a senior from Lufkin, Texas, as a matter of fact, makes the stop for Auburn.
That's one of the few plays here early in this football game where Auburn's actually won the line of scrimmage.
Cash Jones checks into the backfield for the Dogs. To the right of Beck. 3rd down and 4 for Georgia on the Auburn 43, leading 7-3 here early minutes of the second quarter. Snap to Beck. Carson sets up on the 50. Now tries to elude a pass rusher. They've got him around the waist, going to sling him back at the 45.
Great coverage right there by Auburn. We had him exactly how we wanted against man coverage. We had a crossing route. They did a good job, though, of letting the crossers go and then picking up on the outside. So a little combo coverage where it was man, but then it had a couple of zone looks inside of that as well. Tremendous job in coverage. And then Carson, just not enough time to get away from the oncoming rush.
Georgia lost 12 yards on that sack by Keldrick Falk. And now the Dogs will punt it. Scott, the deep man, that thing hung up there forever and ever. Brett Thorson with a beautiful kick to pin Auburn in deep. That's inside the 15-yard line. Fair catch called for when it finally came down. Makes the fair catch at the 12. 43-yard punt, and I think it went probably 143 in the air. That thing was up there forever. 12:30 to go here in quarter number 2. Georgia with a 7-3 lead, and Auburn will start this possession from its own 12-yard line. Tigers in white, Dogs in red. Auburn breaks the huddle. Thorne's in the shotgun. And he's got Alston, the running back, in the backfield with him. And he'll get the carry here. Alston quick. Veers out to the right. Almost broke away at the 20-yard line. Quick 7-yard burst there. And then he was wrapped up by Malachi Starks. He tried to spin away from a leg tackle. If he had, he'd still be running. But Starks able to get him on the ground, and they spot him up at the 23-yard line. So he got 10.
Boy, Scott, they caught us with the linebacker blitz, a little cross-buck blitz that took us right out of where that play was going. We tried to scrape with our other inside linebacker to get back to the play, but he got caught up in the wash. Just a perfect design play for the defensive look we were in.
Damari Alston, play fake this time to him. Thorne runs away from the Georgia defense to the right and will get out of bounds before we can make contact with him. He steps out in the vicinity on the Georgia sideline of the 24, chased out by Jonel Aguero, the star for the Dogs defense. Only got a yard on that if the 24 is accurate, and it looks to be. That's where they put the ball down on the near hash. So 2nd and 9 now for the Tigers.
Not a whole lot of time for Thorne to sit back there and survey the field, and Dogs are able to get pressure right now just with rushing 4. That's a really good sign.
3 receivers in this formation, 2 wide to the right and 1 to the left. Tight end to the right as well for Peyton Thorne. Out of the shotgun, going to take the snap and hand it off to Alston, running between the tackles this time, straight ahead. And the junior from Atlanta, Georgia, stays low and tries to get what he can, and he picks up about 5. Raylan Wilson, the linebacker, is going to make the hit for the Georgia defense, middle of the field on the hash mark. They spot the ball at the 28. So he's got 4 yards on that carry, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers.
Tigers right now 2 out of 4 on 3rd down. Dogs need to get them off the field right here, get that offense back on and moving.
Alston staying in the backfield. 2nd leading rusher this season for the Tigers. Play fake. Thorne this time runs to the right. We're chasing. He's directing traffic. Last second, he will fire a bullet. Is it caught or no? Yes, they say caught at the 39-yard line, far side of the field on the Auburn sideline. Caught by Rivaldo Fairweather, the tight end, transfer from FIU for the 1st down up at the 39-yard line. He got 11.
Boy, Thorne fit that into a super, super tight window. Nice catch there by Fairweather.
Indeed. He had juice on that throw, and Auburn goes quickly, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll hand it to Alston up the far hash. He'll run it up to the 45-yard line. And a gain of 6 for the Tiger running back, tackled by Malachi Starks and Xavier McLeod, the defensive line transfer from South Carolina for the Bulldogs. 9:38 on the clock, 2nd quarter. Georgia with a 7-3 lead, but Auburn moving up near midfield now. They're on their own 45.
Good job there, and patience by Alston running the football. He's had a couple of now running in the interior of that line of scrimmage, just letting blocks develop, and that Auburn offensive line with a nice push.
Going to run it again out of the pistol. This time he angles right, jammed at the 45-yard line. They say forward progress to the 46 for Alston. But he was hit by Damon Wilson, and then he was hit by Stackhouse, and he didn't get much yardage after contact. They do spot it on the 46 to give him 1. 3rd down and 3 for the Tigers. Clock under 9 minutes now here in the half.
Dogs rotate in and out personnel.
Auburn works from the far hash, moving to our left. They flip-flop the tight end. They line up 3 receivers to the left of the quarterback, Thorne. Our defensive line shifts on the snap. Handoff, straight ahead, flags down on the same play. Auburn may have movement by the left tackle.
Before the snap, false start, offense. Number 73, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
The Mississippi State transfer, Percy Lewis, their left tackle, moved before the snap. A 5-yard penalty on the Tigers, their second of the game. And that'll back them up to their own 41-yard line.
In these 3rd and medium, 3rd and long situations, Auburn has tried to get Thorne on the move, give him an option to use his legs as well with more flood patterns down the field to give himself some options.
3 for 5 on 3rd down here in this first half is Auburn. Thorne's in the shotgun, one back offset behind him. That's Hunter now. Snap it back to Thorne, pump fakes. Now he throws quickly, caught at the 45, but tackled immediately is Lambert Smith. Dan Jackson just caved in on him right down to the turf. No run after catch to the 45. It was a 4-yard gain. And it's going to be 4th down for the Tigers with 7:55 to go in the second quarter. The Dogs about to get the ball back, leading at 7-3.
Good job there by the Dogs. Just a little spot route right in front of the chains. Dogs able to close very quickly there to get the ball carrier on the ground.
Anthony Evans drops back to receive the punt from Chapman. Running up, waving for a fair catch in traffic there. Makes the grab at the 20-yard line, surrounded by 6 or 7 white jerseys. 34-yard punt for Auburn. And Evans does a nice job catching it in the distraction of players waiting to clobber him at the 20-yard line. But he waved it off, made the grab, and the Dogs offense will get it back here with a 7-3 lead. 7:35 to play in quarter number 2. We've got a timeout. Our first half presented by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured, you know who to call. There's only one call, 404. Call Ken. Back to Athens. Georgia leading 7-3 over the Tigers. Come back in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
This football season, the Bulldogs won't be the only ones scoring. Let First Franklin Financial help you score the cash you need with a loan up to $15,000. At First Franklin, we offer fast approvals, fixed rates, and payment plans to fit any budget. To find the Georgia branch near you, visit us at WeMakeLoans.com. All loan terms and APR depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria and may require collateral. First Franklin Financial Corporation, NMLS number 141654. Georgia residence licensing number 5656. Offer not available in North Carolina.
There's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
If you've noticed flooding or moisture in your basement, if you've noticed cracks in your walls or in your foundation, it's time to call ESOG. ESOG specializes in foundation repair and waterproofing. Neil Hondo Williamson for ESOG. Trust ESOG for your foundation waterproofing problems. And their warranty provides a lifetime of support. Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Dial 678 ESOG now.
Our Dogs have assembled another championship team for 2024. Neil Hondo Williamson here. If you're facing difficult changes at home, let Meriwether and Tharp put together a championship team for you in your divorce, your kids, your money, your house. You've got questions, Meriwether and Tharp has answers. Helping clients through difficult times for over 25 years. Meriwether and Tharp, proud sponsors of the Georgia Bulldogs, thegeorgiadivorceteam.com.
Along with Eric Zier, Scott Howard back with you inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth. Neil Williamson, Chris Schiavone, Adam Gillespie, Josh Connor all up in here, DJ Shockley down on the sidelines, Luke Nadkarni in our network studios, Lauren Smith roaming the sidelines somewhere. The gang's all here. Georgia leads Auburn 7-3. Second quarter, 7:35 to go. The Dogs will start from their own 20-yard line as they huddle up at the 15. They break the huddle. Drew Bobo up over the ball. He's the center today. Jared Wilson staying out with an injury he sustained last week. He's available, but not playing right now. Beck's in the shotgun. Etienne's in the backfield. Snap it back to Carson. Going to drop back and roll a little bit to the right. Pressure from behind. Deep ball down the middle of the field. Overthrows everybody, fortunately. Not a red shirt in the area. The closest guy was Caleb Harris, the safety. It was about 3 or 4 yards away, and that ball went sailing over his head down the middle of the field. Long incompletion.
Arian Smith was running a post and then just stopped and tried to find a soft spot about 40 yards down the field. No way your quarterback is going to see that, so left him out to dry a little bit.
I was just glad that thing had enough air on it to sail over the defender because that safety was deep. But incomplete. 2nd and 10 on the 20 for the Dogs. Beck takes the snap, hands it off to Etienne. Quick burst straight up the hash mark, close to the 30-yard line. A quick 10-yard gain. Mausi, the linebacker, transfer from Duke on the stop, and they give him the full 10. He got a first down at the 30.
Quick burst is exactly right. And a nice little crease opened up right behind the backside of Bobo and took off.
We bring Urasek in motion. The tight end to the right, the transfer from Stanford. Beck wants to throw, sets and fires to Dominic Lovett, who planted himself firmly at the 35-yard line. They hit him right there with Asante, the linebacker.
Option route against zone. You just sit that down. Good read and recognition. Both players on the same page.
5-yard gain. 2nd down for the Dogs. We flip it to Bell on a reverse coming this way. Bell, 35-40. Bell to the 50 and tripped up in Auburn territory at the 46-yard line by Kayan Lee, the cornerback from Ellenwood, Georgia. Or else Bell might still be off to the house.
Well, that had Auburn defensive linemen and linebackers all discombobulated. They all thought we were running a little toss sweep to the left. Dylan Bell comes back over on the reverse and just outflanked everybody immediately.
Bell, who had 2 scores in Tuscaloosa last week, 1 on the ground, 1 through the air, picks up 19 there on the ground. 1st and 10 Georgia at the Auburn 46-yard line. Dogs moving to our right. Their line shifts. Beck claps his hands, takes the snap. Branson Robinson now takes the handoff, runs straight ahead between the tackles. And the scrum forms about the 43-yard line, led by Austin Keys, a linebacker. Senior, a transfer from Ole Miss. And they'll spot Robinson down in the vicinity of the 43. He may have gotten 3 full yards on that. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Dogs. Georgia leads it 7-3. Less than 5.5 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter. Robinson stays in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left. One of them's a tight end, Urasek. And then Smith and Lovett are the other 2. And then Colby Young to the right. Beck, handoff to Robinson. Nothing up the middle. Bounces out to the right. Breaks away from a tackle at the 40. Stumbles to about the 37-yard line, angling towards that Georgia sideline. Looking for friendly territory and a little bit of shade on the near side. They spot it down, maybe back on the 37. But he got 5.
Good vision there by Robinson. That play was designed to go off tackle. Saw some green grass outside. Nice jump cut to pick up a few extra yards.
They may have given him 6 on that. I think they did. Yeah, 3rd down and 1. Ball's on the Tiger 37. 4.5 minutes remaining, 2nd quarter. Beck with Robinson now to his left in the backfield. He works out of the shotgun. They slide Lucky in motion to the right. Hand it off to Branson. Lucky with a block. Branson runs in that direction. Off left tackle behind the block of Lucky and dives underneath the tackler to the 35. Picks up the 1st down on the 2-yard gain.
Auburn had that defended pretty well as safety came up to fill that hole. Branson Robinson sees it, just dives, like you said, right between the legs of the Auburn safety.
That was Thompson, Jaron Thompson. That got his knees took the helmet and shoulder pads of Branson Robinson. That's how low he went. 1st and 10 Dogs. And we're on the Auburn 35-yard line. Moving to our right. Etienne's in the backfield now for Georgia. Fresh legs in there. Play fake Beck. Time in the pocket. Dumps it off to Etienne to the left. Caught at the 35. Veers to the 30. And will be tackled down around the 27 or 28-yard line by Keys and Sylvester Smith, the safety, a redshirt freshman. But the Dogs on the move down to the 27-yard line. They pick up 8 on the play.
Already the 3rd catch on the afternoon for Trevor Etienne.
Second down, quick handoff, ETN. Dogs go swiftly. They run with a little bit of tempo. And Trevor stopped shy of the 25 by Jason Jones, an Oregon transfer. And Georgia will be third and short, third and a little bit less than a yard to go from the Auburn 26. There's the handoff to ETN. He's got the first down and more. Stiff arms the man. Oh, they just got him at the 15. He does a somersault down to the 10-yard line. There was nobody in front of him. If he keeps his balance, it's 6 for the Dogs, but check a flag behind the play anyway back at the 24.
Holding, offense number 53. 10-yard penalty, replay third down.
They got the left guard, Dylan Fairchild, for a hold. So that wipes out the run by ETN and backs the Dogs up 10 yards.
Boy, we just saw the replay. That's a little bit questionable. They're calling a hold on that. Just saw another one. I didn't see it. We caught Auburn in a diamond front, so they had both guards in the center covered up. Dogs had a perfect play on just off tackle or in between the guard and the tackle. Nice job, I thought, by Fairchild to seal that.
It's going to be third down back on the 34-yard line for Georgia. On Auburn's 34, Beck moving in the pocket, nowhere to go. Tries to step up and find some daylight, but he's dropped back at the 37, 38-yard line by Falk again, who gets his second sack of the game. And that'll bring up fourth down for the Dogs. And they're kind of in no man's land right here. The line of scrimmage is about the 37 or 38 of the Tigers. They keep the offense on there on fourth down. Fourth and behind the sticks. Fourth and about 13.
Might just try to draw them off sides here, get a cheap one.
Beck now slowly walking up behind his center and looking to his right to the Georgia sideline. They're letting the clock tick down, and decision time for Georgia. It ticks down to the 2-minute timeout. 2-minute timeout here in the second quarter. Georgia with a long fourth down decision to make here, leading 7-3 over Auburn. And we've got a break here at Dooley Field. Our first half today presented by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured in a wreck, there's only one call, that's all. 404, call Ken. Dogs 7, Tigers 3, back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Ask any Dog fan, and they'll tell you, offense wins games, but defense wins championships. You know who else knows that? The team at the Hoffman Financial Group. They know that winning doesn't just happen. It's the result of having a good coach who draws up the right strategy and makes the necessary adjustments along the way. So think of the Hoffman Financial Group as your retirement defensive coordinator, protecting your lifetime of savings against inflation, market loss, and a pick six from greedy old Uncle Sam. With their complimentary portfolio x-ray, you'll find out what's working or what's not. Have a solid game plan for the second half of your life. Call the Hoffman Financial Group, 770-758-6288. That's 770-758-6288. Or online at unleashyourmoney.com. The Hoffman Financial Group is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through the Hoffman Financial Group, Inc. Georgia Insurance License 163546.
Piedmont is passionate about Georgia, about each and every person that makes our state incredible. That's why we're leading real change in healthcare, dedicating ourselves to providing a quality patient experience through innovation, personalization, and teamwork. What does that mean for you? You get up-to-date treatment, collaborative care, and the best possible outcomes. To see more about our commitment to raising the standards of quality in Georgia, visit piedmont.org/quality care. Piedmont, real change lives here.
I'm attorney Ken Nugent, and I'm here with legendary Georgia Bulldog quarterback and radio host Buck Ballou.
Ken and I are teaming up to give back to the brave men and women of our military. Ken's going to donate $500 to one member of the military every Bulldog football game this season.
If you're a member of the military, go to attorneykennugent.com to enter.
And somebody's going to win $500 every game.
One click.
That's it.
Ken Nugent, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth here at Sanford Stadium. Stay tuned for the Breda Pest Management halftime report with Neil Hondo Williamson coming up in just a few moments. Halftime presented by Breda Pest Management. With Breda, you don't have to be afraid of bugs. Let's check the Modelo scoreboard. Modelo is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Grab a refreshing Modelo Especial brewed for full-time Bulldogs fans. Drink responsibly. All right, Texas A&M beat Missouri. I think it was 41-7. Was that the final? 41-10. 41-10 is your final score. SMU rallies past Louisville 34-27 in that highly anticipated ACC matchup. Ole Miss is leading South Carolina in Columbia 14-3. They're in the second. And here's one that might surprise you a little bit. Vanderbilt 13-7 leading Alabama. They are in the first in Nashville. Here it's 7-3. Georgia leading Auburn with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, and the Dogs looking at a 4th down and 13 on the Auburn 38. And the offense is going to stay in the ball game. Monroe Freeling at one right tackle on the right side, for this snap. ETN in the backfield, back in the shotgun. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Now we send Lucky in motion to the left side. He'll line up in the slot to the left. And Beck trying to move some bodies around, and now flag drops by the back judge, and that's going to be delayed for Georgia.
5-yard penalty, 4th down.
And now they're going to send in some thunder from down under. Brett Thorson will come into the ball game and see if he can boom them in to a bit of a hole with 2 minutes to go. So the Dogs take the 5-yard delay penalty. Line of scrimmage is now the Auburn 43. That gives Thorson a little bit more space to work with. Tigers with one back deep at the 10-yard line, and that's Keontae Scott. Thorson's punt as Scott runs away, going to bounce at the 9 and right into the coverage, down at the 2, I think, by Dominic Lovett. He's one of the gunners, and Thorson hung it up in there for those guys to get set, and Auburn in a hole with 2 minutes to go, a little less than that now, 1:52 to play in the first half. 40-yard pooch punt by Thorson, executed perfectly by the Georgia punt coverage team. Auburn in a hole on their own 3. We got another timeout here late in the second quarter. Our first half presented by attorney Ken Nugent. There's only one call to make. 404. Call Ken. Back in a moment with Georgia leading Auburn 7-3 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hello, Dog fans. This is Trip Strickland with Georgia Metals, and we've been real busy in the offseason. Georgia Metals has expanded into 7 states. Chances are, wherever you are, we are too. So go to GeorgiaMetals.com and call a location near you and give our salesman a hearty roof for a discount on your next project.
It's college football season, so you need all the energy you can get. Luckily, Georgia Power knows a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Proud partner of Georgia football. Learn more at corepower.com.
Between the hedges and across the state, this is where the Dogs play. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Neil Pruitt, Chairman and CEO of Pruitt Health. We believe family makes us stronger. Pruitt Health has served families and communities throughout the Southeast for more than 50 years. If you're looking for skilled nursing, home health, or hospice care, count on our caregivers to provide the personalized plan your loved one needs. Learn more, visit PruittHealth.com. Pruitt Health is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Hey Dogs fans, just like how Georgia Bulldogs make scoring a touchdown look easy, Carvana makes selling your car super easy, and they'll even pay you on the spot. All you need to do is go to Carvana.com, enter your license plate or VIN, answer a few questions, and bam, they'll give you a real offer for your car in seconds. That offer is good for 7 days. If you need to think about it, play by play. If you choose to accept the offer, Carvana will pay you on the spot. In between whistles, go to Carvana.com to get a real offer in seconds and sell your car today.
Back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth, time to spotlight the first half's best in game stats, brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game, proud to be the official freight partner of Georgia Athletics. Not a lot of outstanding stats, just pretty good solid ones. No turnovers by Georgia, no turnovers by Auburn either. Both teams with 2 sacks in the game. Dogs with the total yardage lead, 144 to 114. And one good number is Brett Thorson's punt. They just kicked Auburn into a hole back on their own 3-yard line with less than 2 minutes to go. 7-3, Georgia leads Auburn. Tigers will run it, try to get out of trouble. Off their own goal line, they run it straight ahead. Jarquez Hunter toting the rock for the Tigers out from the 3 to the 8-yard line. He picks up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Tigers. And now somebody's down for Auburn.
Yeah, one of their big offensive linemen was, I think it was an offensive lineman, was down on the ground, tried to get back up, and just couldn't do it. Went right back to the turf.
So the training staff out for him, and we're going back into a timeout. It's funny how that works out, isn't it? 1:33 to go in the second quarter. Georgia in front, 7-3 over Auburn. Our first half presented by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured? You know who to call. There's only one call, 404-CALL-KEN. Back in a moment. Bulldog Sports Network.
A well-executed game plan is always the key to a victory on the field, and it's the same when it comes to stopping people from dying in crashes caused by drunk drivers. When alcohol is part of the tailgate or any occasion, then the game plan always includes a ride with a sober driver. All drunk driving deaths are preventable, and choosing not to drink and drive saves lives, maybe even your own, and it'll avoid a costly DUI arrest. That's why the Governor's Office of Highway Safety reminds everyone to drive sober so they won't have to pull you over.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices. Plus, extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with points. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
At home on your phone in the backyard alone, you can play all day, make some money. Anytime, Digi Games are online.
Digi Games from the Georgia Lottery are online with over 50 fun games, plus your favorite draw games. Mega Millions, Powerball, Keno, Cash 3, Cash 4, Fantasy 5, and Cash Pop.
Digi Games, draw games, it's all online.
Win money on your phone, tablet, or laptop at PlayDigi.com. Play responsibly.
Auburn's Luke Deal was the player injured. The officials during the timeout issued a 10-second runoff, so we've got 1:23 to go. Let's go to the attorney Ken Nugent sidelines and DJ Shockley. Shock, what do you have?
Yeah, one of the things that the defense talked about was hunting the football and shrinking the run lanes. And that's one of the big things that they've done. And that's why it haven't been a lot of run lanes. They've been hunting the football, and they said attack whoever's got the ball.
Trying to pin in Auburn here with time left on the clock. Get the ball back. It's 2nd down and 5 for the Tigers on their own 8-yard line. Georgia's defense shifts, and Auburn may have moved. Flags fly.
That may be the first time this year with our shift we've gotten an offensive lineman to jump. Actually, 2nd time today. I'll start paying attention in just a second.
That's what you meant.
That's what I meant. This game.
Yes.
First game.
Go.
Thank you.
I knew what you were talking about.
First game.
I even knew what you were talking about when you picked Missouri today.
I did not pick Missouri. That was Hondo that took my information and distorted it.
All right, the Tigers are backed up now. 5-yard penalty puts them back on the 3 again. Minute 20 showing on the clock. Georgia with a 7-3 lead.
Ball start. Offense number 72. Half the distance to the goal. It's still second down. The penalty carries a 10-second runoff, which will be declined. The game clock will start on the snap.
Georgia has all of its timeouts remaining. They want to get the ball back and then go back to work before the half because they get the ball to start the second half as well. 1:20 on the clock. You heard the voice of Steve Marlowe explaining that last play. Thorne's in the end zone for Auburn, the Tigers quarterback in the shotgun. Hunter's to his left. Snap it, play fake. Thorne, deep ball down the middle, and overshoots the target, Cam Coleman. And he had Daniel Harris running with him, and the safety Malachi Starks was coming over from center field, and he threw a long, incomplete pass, and now Auburn in real trouble on 3rd and 9 from their own 3 now.
Auburn had what they wanted there. Taking a shot from your own end zone is really a pretty safe thing to do because you're going to get the football out of your hands in about 2.5, 2.6 seconds. So very tough for defenders to get there when you're just throwing a takeoff. We were in press man coverage on the outside.
Ball's just inside the Auburn 4. They hand it to Hunter. He angles to the right. Nothing there. Steps back to the left in the hole up the hash, and Georgia closes it down in a hurry at the 7 or 8 yard line with the linebacker Raylan Wilson making the stop on Hunter. And Georgia will stop the clock with one of its 3 timeouts here. 70 seconds to go, and Auburn's going to have to kick it out of the end zone. So Georgia's looking like it's in pretty good shape here, as Auburn will have 4th down coming up, 4th down and 5 from its own 8 yard line.
Dogs here have a chance to take a tight football game and create a little bit of space. We're going to should get the football in relatively good field position. We'll have a couple of timeouts left and a minute on the clock to see if we can put some points on the board. Get the football again, come out of the locker room at halftime. So an important couple of series right in front of us.
Tigers sent Oscar Chapman, 6'3" and 211 from Australia, into the end zone to kick it away. Anthony Evans, the deep receiver for the Dogs. He's hovering in the vicinity of our 47, 48 yard line on the far hash. Auburn breaks its huddle. Chapman's ready for the snap. It's a little bit to his right. We bring pressure. He gets the kick away. Evans moves to his right, catches it on the logo on the run, and they knock him down from the left side right on the midfield stripe at the 50. So Georgia will have the ball with 62 seconds to go. It was a 44-yard punt, a 3-yard return. And the Dogs will go to business now. Head coach Herb Kirby Smart out on the field around the numbers at the 45, trying to encourage his offense to get it to go. 49-yard line of Auburn is where they've spotted the football. And the Dogs with a 4-point lead, trying to widen that before the first half comes to an end. 1:02 on the clock. 1 minute, 2 seconds here in the second quarter. Dogs send Bell and Lovett to the left. Lovett in the slot to the left. Etienne's in the backfield with Beck. Now we shift Smith to the left side as well. Play fake, quick throw to Lovett. Caught at the 50. Veers down the hash to the 40-yard line. They'll spot it back on the 41. Stopped by Mausi and Scott, the linebacker and the cornerback. But a quick 9-yard gain. Call it 8.5 perhaps for Georgia. Dogs go quickly. Beck with all kinds of time. Throws it to his right. Caught at the 40 by Etienne and tackled right there by Asante, Eugene Asante, one of the linebackers. But we got the first down on about a 2-yard pickup.
Clock stops temporarily while they move the chains. It's now running 32.
Now the officials will blow the clock dead, whistles. I don't see any flags.
On the field as the ball carrier made the line to gain. The previous play is under further review.
Referee Steve Marlowe with the announcement. They're going to review the play. It's brought to you by Pruitt Health, where family makes us stronger. Proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Well, we just went and took another look at that. He caught the football. He was coming back. Trevor caught the football coming back to the ball just in front of the first down line and never was able to get his shoulders turned and back up. This likely will be respotted and brought back. Still a break for the Dogs just with the clock stopping.
So they're reviewing the spot, the officials, and the replay booth, and we'll pause 10 seconds. Station identification, Bulldog Sports Network. Let's take a look at the second quarter recap. Presented by Ag South, Ag Georgia, Southwest Georgia Farm Credit, loans for land and farm. Still 31 seconds to play, but thus far neither team has scored in the second quarter. Georgia's churned out 73 yards of offense to 47 for Auburn. Yardage on the ground is even for both teams here in quarter number 2. Each team with 32 yards rushing. Georgia's thrown for 41. Auburn's passing game is kind of stuck in the mud. They're just 15 yards through the air here in quarter number 2. Both teams with a couple of penalties. And again, overall, it's 7-3. The Dogs are in front, trying to add a few more points to their tally before halftime. And right now, play under review, the previous play where they're trying to look at the spot of the football. They have awarded Georgia a first down. The call on the field was ETN got the first down. But replay, Z, you see replay that may come up with a different solution there.
Yeah, we've seen it a couple of times. I think that ball is going to come back. They're looking just at the spot where the clock was, where they need to reset the time to. But a break for the Dogs just in the fact that the clock did stop. We get a chance to huddle up, dial up the exact play that we want here.
Over 2 minutes on the review time right now. Approaching 2.5 minutes to figure this out. They're still looking at it. The official on the field, Steve Marlowe, the referee, veering into the monitor, the portable monitor on the field, but he's just waiting word from the replay booth and the replay officials to exactly tell him the spot and the time and everything that's going on. He just executes the order. Almost a 3-minute delay now here of this review. All right, Mr. Marlowe walking away from the monitor. Here's the call.
The ball carrier did not make the line to gain. It'll be 3rd and 1 at the 40-yard line. Georgia will take a timeout to avoid a 10-second runoff.
So the ball will be on the 40. Dogs with a little bit of work to do. 3rd and 1.
3-9.
39 seconds on the clock. It's adjusted. And Georgia, as you heard the referee say, took a timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff. That's a good point. Yes. Why were we forced to use the timeout for a 10-second runoff when they were reviewing the play? It's not like we had a guy faking an injury out there or something to stop the clock. Georgia with 3rd and 1. Ball's right in the middle of the field between the hash marks on the Auburn 40-yard line. Georgia moving to the east. Still in the sunshine here. Portion of the field in shadows. Here's where we start to get a little late in the afternoon here on a gorgeous day in Athens. Dogs break the huddle. From the 40, Beck's in the shotgun. ETN off to his left. Bobo up over the ball. Snap back to Beck. Handoff, ETN. Angle run on the right. ETN quick burst to the 35, to the 30, down to the 25, the 20. And they finally pull him down around the 17-yard line. Keontae Scott had to make the touchdown-saving tackle for Auburn.
Boy, just so explosive. Little off-tackle run. ETN immediately to the second level.
Dogs go quickly, work in the Massey-Ferguson red zone. Beck dumps it off to ETN, caught at the 15, and chased out of bounds before he could get to the 10, right around the 11-yard line. 23 seconds to go.
Good job there by Carson. Still not forcing it, staying patient. You've got one more timeout left, still time on the clock.
3rd and 1 for the Dogs on the Auburn 11. 2nd and 4, excuse me. I'm sorry. I was looking at the scoreboard. It said 3rd and 1. Beck in the shotgun. Snap it back to him. He looks to the left, and he will fire in that direction. Caught at the 5. Breakaway into the end zone. Touchdown, Dominic Lovett. One man had a chance to tackle him. When he caught it at the 5, he failed. Lovett, touchdown. Georgia leads at 13-3.
Smash combination to the field there. Hitch by Lovett underneath. Had a corner over the top. Another really good read. Impatient read there by Carson Beck.
That Lovett touchdown brought to you by Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Here's Peyton Woodring for the point after try. Carson Beck to hold. Bo Gardner to snap it. And the kick is up, and it is good. So Georgia executes exactly what it wanted. It pinned in Auburn deep, got the ball back, and gets 6 points on the board before the half. 17 seconds showing on the clock here in quarter number 2. And the Dogs add 7 more to their tally. They lead it now 14-3.
Boy, really nice catch there on that play by Lovett. He actually had Dylan Bell that was running a little slip screen look right underneath him, and that ball right over Dylan Bell's head. It was a little bit low to Lovett, but he was able to go down, secure it, make a nice move to get into the end zone.
Scoring drive, 5 plays, 49 yards in 45 seconds. 11-yard touchdown pass from Beck to Dominic Lovett. That's the Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. Call Georgia Metals today and say roof, roof, roof for your Bulldogs discount. That's the second touchdown catch of the year for Dominic Lovett, the Missouri transfer. And Lovett today with 3 more catches. He's got 21 for the year. He's the Dogs' top receiver so far this season. 14-3 with Georgia to kick it off now. And 17 seconds remaining in the half. Woodring has it teed up on the 35-yard line. Campbell back deep for the Tigers. Jeremiah Cobb. Going to field it about a yard deep in the end zone. Will run it out straight ahead to the 10 outside the numbers 20. Veers to the sideline and stacked up around the 25-yard line. Hit by Chris Cole, a freshman linebacker from Salem, Virginia, on special teams. 6 seconds run off the clock. There's 11 to go in the half. And there's a flag, penalty marker on the field as well.
During the return, personal foul, face mask, kicking team. 15-yard penalty from the end of the return, first down. Number 23 can remain in the ball game.
Georgia didn't want to hear that. That'll put them up on the 40-yard line after the 15-yard walk-off. Now, if they complete one pass play, they could be in field goal range. It's got to be somewhat long. They have 2 timeouts remaining, but only 11 seconds, and they're on their own 40-yard line.
Thorne 6 out of 9 in this first half. Only 71 yards throwing the football, however.
2 receivers to his right, 2 to the left. Dogs look like they're going to bring 3, and that's it, and they do. Thorne rolls to his right. Easy run to the 50 into Georgia territory and angles out of bounds around the 46. They'll give him an extra yard to the Bulldogs' 45, and 5 seconds remain as the clock stops with Thorne running out of bounds.
Dogs dropped 8 there, had nobody within, outside of the 3 rushers, nobody within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. Easy pickup there for Thorne, and in 5 seconds, Auburn's going to take a timeout here to talk about what they want to do, but time for a quick completion and another quick timeout, maybe shot at a field goal.
15-yard run by Thorne. That's his longest run of the day. He's also passed for 71 yards, completing 6 of 9. Beck's numbers 14 of 16 here in the first half, 124 yards, passing, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Dogs are up 14-3 at the moment, but 5 seconds remain here at the end of the first half. Auburn with the football.
Georgia fans cheering. They just showed the Vanderbilt-Alabama game where it looks like Alabama has just scored again to go up 19-7 with the extra point pending.
Oh, Vanderbilt scored
Vandy
again,
over Bama. Vandy over Bama, 19-7.
Look at that. Vanderbilt leading the Crimson Tide, and that draws a cheer from the Georgia faithful here. 93,000 plus packed in Sanford Stadium today, and Commodores have a 20-7 lead. Is that the score? Yeah. All right, Vanderbilt, or rather Auburn. Now getting me all messed up. Auburn with maybe one more play here. 5 seconds to go. And is Georgia calling a timeout now?
Boy, Georgia coach is hot on the sideline. Didn't like something that they saw.
Glenn Schumann and Kirby Smart out in the middle of the Georgia defensive huddle on this near sideline. And the Dogs burn their last time out of the half. Try to rectify that situation, then Auburn will maybe counter, coming out in a different formation when we resume play. Little chess match going on here at the end of the first half. Tigers with the ball on the Georgia 45. They've got it on the far hash. Auburn trying to move towards the west end zone to our left here in this configuration. Auburn off the sideline now, headed back to the line of scrimmage. Georgia breaks the sideline huddle now. Kirby Smart with some last words, trying to position his guys from this near sideline. We dropped two men very deep back, two safeties back on the goal line. Knock the ball down, right? Knock it down. Thorne claps his hands. Quick throw to the right side, and he falls down at the 36-yard line. Quick 9-yard pass play with 2 seconds to go, and Auburn uses another timeout. They're going to try to get 3 out of it.
Well, this is not what Kirby had drawn up. The face mask penalty on the return. 15-yard run, and then just a little quick pass here. So 2 plays. Auburn, the chance to tack 3 more onto the scoreboard.
It's going to be a 54-yard try. The holder will be Oscar Chapman, the punter. And then Towns Magoo, the freshman from Auburn, Alabama, will try for the longest kick of his brief career. He's 3 for 6 in field goals so far. He's the number 2 kicker. His long this season is only 32 yards. This is a 54-yard try, far hash, kicking left. A little bit of sun in his face. Snap, hold, kick is away. Blocked by the Dogs, bouncing at the 30, at the 29. And it'll be blown dead right there on the last play of the half. The Dogs blocked the field goal try from a long distance, 54 yards. Did Dan Jackson get that one? He did. Dan Jackson, Dirty Dan, with the block at the end of the half. And Georgia happily goes into the locker room with a 14-3 lead, and on a big momentum play there at the end of the half as well.
Boy, indeed it was a really business-like, workman-like effort there by the Dogs in the first half, able to score in their 2-minute drill to stretch the lead to 14-3, get the ball coming out of the locker room as well. So what was a tight football game, got a chance to create a little bit more separation here after the break.
We'll catch a few words with Georgia head coach Kirby Smart. Our halftime interview is brought to you by Zaxby's, Famous Fingers and sauces, and we'll send it down to DJ Shockley and the coach.
Coach, you found a little bit something in the run game. What do you like about the run game getting going?
I want it to be a more explosive shot. We've had 2 runs that we're 1 tackle away from being explosive. We don't have a lot of juice. We got to get 3 going and get his ass in there.
All right, Coach, appreciate it. Scott.
All right, Shock, thanks very much. Yes, halftime interview brought to you by Zaxby's, Famous Fingers and Sauces. Got to get number 3 going. Is that what he said?
That's what he said.
14-3 is our score. Georgia leading Auburn. We're at halftime. The Breda Pest Management halftime show with Neil Williamson is coming up next on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hunger affects every community in America, from children to seniors to hardworking families. So to help those struggling with food insecurity, our Kroger associates work together to rescue nutritious food that would otherwise go to waste. They then distribute it to local food banks in an effort to donate 3 billion meals to those in need by 2025. Because at Kroger, we believe that everyone deserves access to fresh food. Join the Kroger Zero Hunger Zero Waste Foundation to help defeat hunger and eliminate food waste. Visit zhcwf.org today.
They're not just the Bulldogs, they're your Bulldogs. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Bulldogs pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Bulldogs. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs. Copyright 2024. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota, let's go places. Lease a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 LE Hybrid for $359 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through November 4th, 2024. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $36.58 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to the Halftime Report, protected by Breda Pest Management. Here's your host, Neil Hondo Williamson.
I like the way that first half ended, huh? A little touchdown there in the final minute, then a blocked field goal attempt. Go Dogs. 14-3, Georgia on top. Hi, everybody. We have Eric Zier up in the booth. DJ Shockley down on the field. We're supposed to come up with an impact play of the first half, sponsored by Northside Hospital. And, fellas, rather than a play, I'd just like to say that last touchdown drive by Georgia that encompassed 45 seconds and allowed us to, punch right down the field and extend a 7-3 lead to 14-3. Going to get the ball coming out in the second half. What a huge drive, Z.
It really was. Listen, this has been a pretty pedestrian-type game up until the last couple of minutes of the game where the Dogs were able to go stretch it out. But you talk about the last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half, and how pivotal that time period can be during football games. On display right now, Dogs able to win that portion of the game, or at least the first half of that portion of the game, really put themselves into a position right now, if we can come execute out of the locker room, to stretch this lead out.
All right, may have lost shot.
Nope, I'm here. Sorry about that. Talking to big Jordan Davis right there.
And how's Jordan doing?
He's doing good. But I'm with Z. Same thing, man. I love the fact that they were able to get something going. It felt like before that touchdown drive, everything was hard. Everything was difficult. Yards were hard to come by. And like Kirby said, some of those runs should go to the house that you break out. He wants to be more explosive there, but I think this is the offense that in the second half, we got to take more shots. I think we only took a couple shots in that first half. Got to find a way to be more explosive.
All right, thank you, fellas. Go get a refreshment. Northside Hospital is guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Their healthcare providers live it every day. If you and your family are looking for a healthier future, look to Northside Hospital. Georgia on top, 14-3. Dogs come in ranked 5th in the nation against our oldest continuous rival, the Auburn Tigers. This is the Breda Pest Management Halftime Report. We'll come back with more, including the Modelo scoreboard, after these words on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota, Let's go places. Get 3.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. Offer valid through November 4th, 2024. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.52 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Hi, I'm Carson Beck, quarterback for Georgia. There's a lot of chatter about the top teams in college football. I mean, we rushed for over 2,800 yards and sacked our opponents 30 times for a loss of over 200 yards. Just saying. Like there's chatter about the top credit unions in Georgia, there's no doubt in my mind that the top credit union is Associated Credit Union, my credit union of choice. To learn how ACU can help you reach the top, visit acuonline.org. Associated Credit Union, where anyone in Georgia can live, bank, and grow.
This is Georgia football. Brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Feeling great starts with a great shave, and a great shave starts with Barbasol's thick and rich moisturizing lather. Start your day off right with Barbasol. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Your morning shave with Barbasol is a time for self-reflection. Look in that mirror and ask yourself, can I make a real difference in this world? Of course you can. Just not today. There's football on. Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
If you can plan barbecues and weddings, you can plan to protect yourself from a natural disaster. Sign up for local alerts, prepare an emergency kit, and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards going to see your favorite team in the playoffs. Progressive cannot guarantee that you can go see your favorite team in the playoffs. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, but we cannot guarantee that your favorite team will make the playoffs or even finish with a winning record. They could easily lose more than half their games and finish in the cellar because they stink badly and haven't made the playoffs in years. Savings, very possible. Playoffs, highly doubtful. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates, not available in all states. We cannot be held liable for your favorite team's terrible and frankly embarrassing performances now or ever.
Now, more of the halftime report, protected by Breda Pest Management. With Breda, you don't have to be afraid of bugs. Once again, here's Neil Hondo Williamson.
Homecoming in Athens, and the court members being introduced, escorted out, most of them by parents. Not sure if they all are, but it's nice. It's a great tradition. Not sure it has the impact it did 50, 60, 70 years ago, but, you know, it's a nice tradition. Anyway, Dogs on top, 14-3 over Auburn here at the break. Let's take a look at that Modelo scoreboard, brought to you by Modelo. Yeah, a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Grab a refreshing Modelo Especial, brewed for full-time Bulldog fans. Drink responsibly. Nashville, Tennessee, middle of the second quarter. Vanderbilt, 20. Top-ranked Alabama, 7. We are not kidding, folks. It's 20-7, Vandy on top in that game. Early in the third quarter, rather, Virginia Tech is leading Stanford out in Palo Alto, 21-0. Late in the second quarter, Ole Miss, ranked 12th in the nation, playing in Columbia, leading South Carolina 24-3. Ohio State is at home against Iowa. Third-ranked Buckeyes up 7-0 here at the half. Finals from earlier today, 7th-ranked Penn State over UCLA, 27-11. Number 25, Texas A&M throttled 9th-ranked Missouri, 41-10. An upset at Louisville as SMU down the Redbirds, 34-27. Louisville came in ranked number 22 in the nation in that one. Virginia rallied past Boston College, 24-14. Wisconsin beat Purdue, 52-6. Later on today, you've got 15th-ranked Clemson at Florida State. They'll play at 7. Then kickoffs at 7:30 include 4th-ranked Tennessee at Arkansas, number 10 Michigan at Washington, and 11th-ranked Southern Cal at Minnesota. 7:45 kick, Florida is home against UCF. 8 o'clock, Georgia Tech is at home against Duke. At 11 o'clock, number 6 Miami playing at Cal. Again, Vandy leads Alabama 20-7. They are in the second quarter. If we get updates on that one, we will give them to you as we continue with our Breda Pest Management halftime report. No one gets you closer to the game than SiriusXM SEC Radio. Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through the regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go. We'll have first half hats. After this, Dogs on Top, 14-3, Bulldogs Sports Network.
Fall is here and the University of Georgia is back in action. Whether you're gearing up for game days or enjoying the outdoors, set yourself up for success with Good Feet Premium Arch Support Systems. Good Feet Arch Supports align your entire body and are custom fit to your lifestyle. On the move, cheering from the stands, seeking relief from plantar fasciitis, or from days on your feet, we've got the perfect fit for everyone, including you. The Good Feet store is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Visit one of our 12 locations. Walk-ins welcome or book online at goodfeet.com. Go Dogs!
What's up, dog fans? I'm bringing you some exciting news. Southeast Mortgage, the official home loan lender of the Georgia Bulldogs, is ready to help you win big in the homeownership game. Southeast Mortgage has a game plan tailored to your needs to get you in the end zone of your dream home. So whether you're a proud alum or a passionate fan, Southeast Mortgage will help you finance your home. It's time to huddle up with Southeast Mortgage. Visit our website at southeastmortgage.com/UGA to start your home financing journey today. NMLS number 103956. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 6578.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Blocking and tackling, critical fundamentals for football and pest control. Hey, it's Neil Hondo Williamson for Breda Pest Management. Breda's uninterrupted, continuous termite prevention blocks their entry to your property. Also, if by chance you find roaches or ants have penetrated your home's interior, Breda tackles with ferocity and knocks them out. Breda, BREDA Pest.com.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. We're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
Report presented by Breda Pest Management, the official pest control of Georgia Athletics. With Breda, you don't have to be afraid of bugs. Let's check those stats for you from the first half. Georgia on top 14-3. Trevor Etienne has run for one touchdown. The other TD came off the arm of Carson Beck to Dominic Lovett late in the second quarter. Dogs outgaining Auburn in the first half, 193 yards of total offense to $147 for the Tigers. Trevor Etienne, the leading rusher for Georgia, 9 carries, 54 yards, and the aforementioned touchdown. Carson Beck is 14 of 16 passing for 124 yards, and the other aforementioned touchdown. Leading receiver for the Dogs, well, that's Etienne as well. Trevor has 5 catches for 28 yards. Dom Lovett with 3 for 25 yards, including his TD grab. Lawson Lucky, 1 for 33 yards. Colby Young, 2 for 24 yards. And how about Dan Jackson today? He's one of 3 Georgia players in the co-lead for number of tackles with 4 on the day. All of his have been unassisted tackles. And Dan also blocked a field goal attempt by Auburn. They are right in the final seconds. Auburn lined up for a 53-yarder, and Dirty Dan got in there and got a hand on the ball to block it to give or to preserve Georgia's 14-3 lead. Been quite a game so far. Auburn's only points of the game came late in the first quarter when Magoo kicked a 27-yard field goal. Let's check that Alabama score for you before we go to break. Auburn was marching. And I'm going to have to refresh here. They've gone to commercial on the TV. So they did. They got a field goal. Adam Gillespie tells us they got a field goal. So a 51-yarder, and Vandy now leads Alabama 23-7 late in the second quarter. in Nashville. Come on, baby. Yeah, a lot of fun. All right, calling all dogs. We need you on Friday, October 11th. That's this coming Friday for Georgia Volleyball's 10K Day at Stegman Coliseum as the Dogs take on the South Carolina Gamecocks at 7 p.m. There will be a pre-match block party, and the first 2,000 fans will receive a T-shirt. Join us at the Steg and be a part of history as we break the state of Georgia NCAA volleyball attendance record this Friday, October 11th at 7 o'clock. Admission is free. For more information, visit georgiadogs.com. That's going to do it for your Breda Pest Management halftime report. Georgia on top 14-3. The Dogs will receive the second half kickoff. We'll come back with second half action. Scott Howard, Eric Zier, DJ Shockley will bring you the play-by-play and analysis following these words on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices. Plus, extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with points. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. Come on, move! You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Piedmont is passionate about Georgia, about each and every person that makes our state incredible. That's why we're leading real change in healthcare, dedicating ourselves to providing a quality patient experience through innovation, personalization, and teamwork. What does that mean for you? You get up-to-date treatment, collaborative care, and the best possible outcomes. To see more about our commitment to raising the standards of quality in Georgia, visit piedmont.org/quality care. Piedmont, real change lives here.
The tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now. See all for details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield and JMI Sports under the broadcast rights granted by the University of Georgia. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Georgia, Learfield, and JMI Sports. Announcers are provided by Learfield and JMI Sports and approved by the University of Georgia.
Almost ready to go for quarter number 3, second half approaching. Both teams back out of the locker rooms. Georgia milling around on the near sideline, loosening up with the quarterbacks. Auburn doing the same thing on the far side of the field. About half the field still in sunshine, the other portion draped in shade. And in the shady part of the field on the Georgia sideline is DJ Shockley. His report's brought to you by attorney Ken Nugent. Let's go down to Shock on the sideline. He was in the locker room at halftime, by the way. He's going to give us all the locker room skinny, Shock.
Yeah, the shade down here feels awesome, by the way. So
yes, it does.
But the topic of conversation was in there was about we are the more conditioned team. They're dragging, we dragging. We got to find a way to get together. He actually called out the sideline, said he needs some more juice. It felt like a scrimmage over here with my buddies. We got to find a way to juice. But then he also challenged the offensive line again. Said we're so close to breaking one. We're going to put this going on you guys, and we have to run the football and explode. They want to get some more explosive plays on the offensive side of the ball, but the run game, they said, is going to be a factor in the second half. Make sure they know that, tired of talking about why we can't do certain things, go show them in the second half and go get a victory.
All right, Shock, thanks very much. Back here in the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth, along with Eric Zier, Scott Howard with you, ready to bring you the second half and remind you the Governor's Office of Highway Safety says the penalty for getting a DUI can cost up to $10,000. That's why the Governor's Office of Highway Safety says drive sober so you won't get pulled over. Georgia's longest run from scrimmage in that first half was 23 yards by ETN. The longest pass play we had was 32 yards. Most of that after the catch also by Trevor Etienne. Auburn will kick it away left to right. Anthony Evans on the goal line to return it for Georgia. A wobbler, going to hit on the 14, far sideline, going to die on the 10, picked up by Evans there. He dances by the first man, and then will be hit around the 17-yard line. So a knuckleball kicked down to about the 15-yard line that just died after it bounced on the turf, and Evans had to sprint up and pick up the ball and try to get what he could. And what he got was about 4 or 5 yards after he picked the ball up at the 19-yard line is where we'll start.
Boy, pretty amazing. That football didn't bound out of bounds the way it was kicked. Shock mentioned it before the game that the field, while it looks like it's in pretty good position, very soft as we had all the storms pass through this area to absorb quite a bit of rain.
Frazier's in the ball game and running back. He gets his first carry of the contest. And Nate, the freshman from Compton, California, will angle on the left side of the offensive line for positive yards. He picks up about 5 to the 23. They call it a 4-yard gain. And Frazier now will come out of the ball game, and Trevor Etienne will come back in. Haven't heard from Frazier too much since that opening game against the Clemson Tigers when he had such a dynamic debut. Beck with a man in motion to the near side will take it out of the shotgun, fire down the line, and complete the pass out in the right flat to Dylan Bell, and he's hit almost immediately at the 24 by Jake Crawford, a cornerback from Atlanta. Got a yard. 3rd down coming up for the Dogs. 3rd and 5. Crowd kind of sleepy coming out of halftime. And that's what Shock talked about in the locker room on the speech from Kirby.
Yeah, it really it feels like a scrimmage game. Not a whole lot of excitement in the stadium. Very businesslike and kind of a pedestrian football game right now. See if we can get it going.
3rd and 5 from the 24. Long ball near sideline. Spinning effort to catch it. Arian Smith can't bring it in. Runs out of room on the Georgia sideline around midfield. Keontae Scott, the senior cornerback, in coverage for Auburn. And it's a long incomplete pass. And Georgia will go 3 and out to start the 3rd quarter.
Fade route from a slot position. We actually had trips. Arian Smith was the slot receiver in that trips formation. Had press coverage, so you've got a ton of room to work with out towards the sideline. Pretty good coverage there. Pretty good, or well-thrown football as well. Is better coverage.
Here's Thorson's punt. A high wobbler going to come down to Keontae Scott on a fair catch at the 32, 33-yard line. Close to the numbers on this side of the field. 43-yard punt by Thorson. They put it down on the Auburn 32-yard line. 14-3 is our score. Georgia in front. Dogs with a late touchdown to end the first half. 11-yard throw from Beck to Lovett. And then the Dogs blocked a late scoring attempt by Auburn on a 54-yard field goal try. Dan Jackson blocked the field goal. Auburn with the football for the first time here in the second half. Peyton Thorne, the quarterback, in the shotgun with Hunter offset to his right, a little bit behind him. Handed off to Jarquez Hunter, and the blocking breaks down on the right side. Georgia eats him up. Kristen Miller first. Raylan Wilson finished off Hunter at the 32, 33-yard line. He got 1.
Good job with that Georgia defensive front, just creating a stalemate. Hunter, who leads this Auburn team in rushing, 7 rushes for 39 yards in the first half, was averaging 5.6 a carry.
Auburn taking its time. Play clock at 13 and ticking. 2 receivers to the left for Thorne. Hunter to his left in the backfield. He works out of the shotgun. Connor Liu from Kennesaw, Georgia, the center, snaps it back to Thorne. He surveys, almost too long. Now he's escaped. He's run out of the pocket, angling to the left, and hit hard at the 40 around the knees as he ran diagonally across towards the Auburn sideline, hit hard by Julian Humphrey, but at the 40-yard line picked up a hard 7 yards.
Great open field tackle there by Humphrey. You're right, if Thorne takes that north and south, probably gets the first down. Tried to outrun Humphrey to the sideline. Actually thought he was going to get a block from his receiver that didn't happen.
official spotted Thorne down on the 41, so they move it up a yard, and it's 3rd and 1 now for the Tigers on their own 41-yard line. Crowd trying to come alive here at Sanford Stadium. The officials hold up the snap of the football. Now they clear the space. Georgia's line shifts. High snap. They fake it to Hunter, and Thorne's going to keep it, roll around the left edge, pick up the first down. He's knocked to the ground by the safety, Malachi Starks, at the Tiger 47. He got 6 and a first down, did Peyton Thorne.
Read option there from Auburn. Good job of Thorne riding that fake and really making Georgia, in this case, Chaz Chambliss, commit to Hunter. Was able to go pull it from Hunter and easily picked up the first down.
Auburn huddles about 4 yards behind the ball. Now they break the huddle. Georgia with Stackhouse and Ingram Dawkins and Miller out there, interior line. Damon Wilson up on the right edge of that defensive front. Snap it back to Thorne. He looks left all the way. Now right. Now nothing there. He's going to run. He's got a lot of space to the 50, to the 45, to the 40. Feet first slide. They'll bring it back at the 42-yard line. He got 11 yards. Back-to-back runs by Peyton Thorne now. And producing dividends for Auburn. They're in Georgia territory at the 42.
Dogs, 7 guys in coverage. We just rushed 4 there, but everybody was deep. Everybody had their back turned, and you can see it. A huge hole opened up in front of Thorne. Easy decision for him to pull it and run.
First down, Auburn at the Georgia 42-yard line. Hunter in the backfield with Thorne, who's in the shotgun. And he'll hand it to Hunter. He had a hole at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards later, that hole closed. A lot of red shirts in the vicinity, and Hunter goes down after a short gain to the 39. 3-yard pickup by the Auburn senior. Dan Jackson on the tackle again. Had 10 of those stops last week in Tuscaloosa, having another good tackle game here today. He also blocked that field goal to end the first half.
Auburn just taking their time right now, trying to slow this football game down, get the crowd out of it. Try to do it in the first half and going to create the atmosphere that they want.
Second down for the Tigers, working in Georgia territory. They hand it off to Hunter. Breaks a tackle near sideline. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown. He outraces Starks to the end zone. He broke a shoulder-high tackle on the Georgia sideline and just shook off our man and went to the house.
Boy, we've just seen it so much this year, and it's so uncharacteristic for the Dogs. Just all of the yards after contact. Dogs in a position to make that play, but we get Hunter high up around the shoulder pads, and when you're as strong as Hunter, you're tough to bring down when you do that.
38 yards on the touchdown run. Jonel Aguero couldn't ride him to the turf, and Hunter just kind of ran through the tackle, shook him off, and it was off to the races down the near sideline. Auburn with a point after try to close the gap a little bit. The snap and the hold are good, and the kick is as well. And we got a brand new score here in the third quarter. Auburn on the board with their first touchdown of the game. The Dogs lead at 14-10. Third quarter, 9:45 to go. And a timeout. Our second half today is brought to you by First Franklin Financial, serving our neighbors since 1941. Back in a moment on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
This is Coach Kirby Smart. There are people who talk about being elite, then there are people who work hard to be elite. They're the ones I want on my team. And that's what I want from my truck. That's why I drive a Ford F-150. Integrated technology, powerful performance, comfortable and stylish. The total package.
Take your game to the next level with a Ford F-150, the official truck of your Georgia Bulldogs. See your local Ford dealer today.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cracked walls, wet basement? Call ESOG for foundation repair, waterproofing, and engineering. It's Hondo for Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
*678 ESOG now.
Dogs fans, in Athens, we have two important rules: support local business and cheer on the Georgia Bulldogs. This season, we would like to thank our official hometown team partners for their support of Georgia athletics: Georgia Cotton Farmers, Longhorn Steakhouse in Athens, and CertaPro Painters of Athens. Learn more about how you can support these great local partners by finding the Hometown Team Partners ad in the digital game program on GeorgiaDogs.com. Support our hometown team partners and you'll support the dogs.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Proud partner of Georgia football. Learn more at corepower.com.
Back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth here at Sanford Stadium. Georgia went 3 and out on its first possession of the second half. Auburn did not go 3 and out. They went 68 yards in 6 plays in 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Jarquez Hunter with a 38-yard touchdown run to make it 14-10. Georgia in front here in the third quarter. That's the Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. Call Georgia Metals today and say roof, roof, roof for your Bulldogs discount. Tigers will tee it up and kick it away here with 9:45 remaining, third period. Anthony Evans, the deep return man, stands on the goal line, far right into the field. And Towns Magoo will walk it off and kick it away for the Tigers. 14-10, our new score. Got to get some juice going in this building. And the Dogs got to get going too. Here's Magoo's kick, angling it to the left. Long end over end kick will sail into the end zone about 7 or 8 yards. Evans will let it go for the touchback, and the Dogs will have possession. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Georgia football is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Feeling great starts with a great shave, and a great shave starts with Barbasol's thick and rich moisturizing lather. Start your day off right with Barbasol.
Carson Beck, 15 out of 18, extremely accurate, not going downfield much, only 125 yards throwing the football. He's got the 1 touchdown. Trevor Etienne continues to be our leading rusher with 54 yards on the ground.
Frazier's going to start this series in the backfield for the Bulldogs. The freshman from California. Beck waves a man in motion to the near side. They fake the little jet sweep and hand it off to Frazier, running straight ahead for a quick 10, a quick burst from the little guy. And give him 11, actually, to the 36-yard line. Scana Energy first down for the Dogs.
Fake the jet sweep, just open up a little bit more space. The inside of that Auburn defense, as you pull one of those inside linebackers out that has to honor the fake of the jet sweep. Good job by Frazier hitting that hole quick.
Trevor Etienne in the game now in the backfield. And he shifts behind Beck to his right. Snap it back to Carson. Play fake. Quick throw. Dylan Bell makes the catch at the 41. Twisted down on the near sideline. Around the 42 or 43-yard line by Kayan Lee, the cornerback on this side.
Quick hitch into the boundary. Good quick decision there by Carson Beck.
7-yard pickup to the 43 for the Dogs. Georgia's moved around their offensive line a little bit. Monroe Freeling is the right tackle now, and Truss slides over to the right guard spot. Bobo's the center. He's gone the whole way today. And then Fairchild and Green are still on the left side. Frazier back in the backfield. Shifts behind Beck, gets the handoff. Sprints to the right, tries to turn the corner. He does a little bit, but he's got a man hanging on him, trying to drag him down around the waist from behind, and Frazier carried him about the last yard and a half or so to the 45-yard line. That was Keldrick Falk, a sophomore. He's got a couple of sacks today for the Tigers. But Frazier picks up 2, trying to get him on the corners and using his speed and agility to work in the open field.
Well, we don't get the first down there, but what a run. Auburn had that really well defended. Frazier able to go, nice cut there, able to go split 2 Auburn defenders, even with somebody on his back.
3rd and a yard, handoff. Georgia pushing it straight up the hash mark, trying to push it across for the first down. That was Frazier on the carry. Ball's over the 45, but not quite to the 46, and the officials indicate fourth down. Georgia keeps the offense out there, lines up quickly. Fourth and less than a yard. Beck under center, going to keep it, try to push ahead. He didn't have anybody pushing him from behind. He just tried to dive for the first down himself.
Well, it's going to be close, too. All depends on where the spot is. No indication yet.
No, they're going to unpile everybody. The official, Steve Marlowe, says first down. Auburn was pointing the other direction on their sideline, but Beck just got it. Scana Energy first down the hard way. Usually now you do that little tush-push thing. You've got guys behind you to keep driving you over the line, but it was all Beck that time. He didn't have anybody behind him pushing. Always able to surge enough to the 46-yard line. He got a yard, and he got the first down. 14-10, third quarter, 6:45 to go in the period. Georgia leading Auburn by 4. Beck with a play fake, throws it hard over the middle, and he short hops a sliding receiver. Dylan Bell was sliding on the turf at the Auburn 35, and the ball skipped in front of him at about the 38-yard line, incomplete.
I want to see if that ball was tipped at all, or if it was just thrown that short, not tipped. Just thrown short about 4 yards in front of Dylan Bell, who was on a crossing route.
Put some more mustard on that thing. You won't break those guys. Second down for the Dogs on our own 46. Handoff goes to ETN. Oh, nice move. Sidestep 2 guys in about a box of 4 yards. Wow, he just darted one way and then cut back the other. Didn't get a lot on the run, but he got up to the 50. He got 4, and he made 2 quick moves to avoid tackles. Dogs on the 50, third down coming up, 3rd and 6.
Yeah, 4 out of 9 on third down after starting the game in a really positive way on third down. We stalled out just a little bit.
3 receivers to the near side, Young, and then Lovett in the slot. Also Humphreys on this side. And Delpin tight on the right. ETN in the backfield with Beck. Here on third down, snap it back to Carson. He's going to throw near sideline. Colby fights off the defender, reaches high in the air, makes a two-handed catch coming down with 1 foot inbounds on the Georgia sideline. Where? At the 23-yard line. Terrific catch. Colby Young, the transfer from Miami, made a beautiful grab, got the foot inbounds, and picked up a huge first down for the Dogs all the way down to the Auburn 23-yard line, a gain of 27. Now we go fast. ETN makes a man miss. He's picking up his underwear back behind the play and runs it all the way down to the 2-yard line. ETN dropped his drawers back there at the 20. Auburn didn't know what hit him. ETN all the way down to the 2-yard line. 20-yard pickup. It's goal to go for the Dogs.
Boy, 2 explosive plays in a row. The back shoulder fade with a great adjustment by Colby Young to keep his body under control, go up there and grab it, keep his foot in bounds, and then ETN, you're right, shaking and baking all the way down to the 1.
The defender had no answer. Falk is an injured player for Auburn. He's being assisted off the field now, so we've got a stoppage of play. Georgia just lightning fast down the field now after that long throw to Colby Young, and then the lightning running of Trevor Etienne with just moves that no other human has. They're not recognizable. He can just move so quickly from right to left. Dogs are in the Massey Ferguson red zone. On the 2. Trying to answer an Auburn score. 14-10 is our score right now. ETN in the backfield gets the handoff, runs it straight, tried to power it towards the goal line. Auburn keeps him out of the end zone, just barely, down inside the 1. He got a yard there. He had Ernest Green right in front of him, but Auburn jammed it up pretty well. Thompson, the safety, Rakes, the nose man, keeping us out of the end zone there. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Read option there from the Dogs. After the handoff, Carson Beck took just a monster shot by some Auburn defender who was making sure he didn't have the ball.
We get a little muscle in the game, Z. Branson Robinson in. He gets the carry, lowers the shoulders, drives at right guard and right tackle, and he's still not in the end zone. They're going to spot him down about the same place as the original line of scrimmage, about the 1-yard line. Didn't get anything on that one. Auburn jammed it up there with multiple bodies. Ball's on the 1 on the far hash. Georgia trying to punch it in the west end zone.
With just zero movement on those last 2 plays up front for the Dogs. Nowhere to go with the football once you got it in your hands.
4:05 to go, third quarter. Dogs big time on the doorstep. They break the huddle. Micah Morris at right guard now. Freeling at tackle. ETN in the backfield. Hand it to Trevor. Straight ahead running. Did he get in? No. Denied. We had linemen in the end zone, but our running back with the football didn't get in. They spot him down. Now the linesman on this side is saying touchdown. So he did get in. They'll review it, I'm sure, but the line judge on this side is walking along the goal line and said touchdown. He's the only one in striped shirts that raised his arms. So Georgia's going to take that, and the official probably going to look at it. Steve Marlowe says the call on the field is a touchdown. Georgia's going to try for the extra point. We'll look at a quick replay. ETN running straight ahead.
It was a touchdown. The previous play is under further review.
He ran straight into the pile. That end zone camera down the line, you couldn't really see anything from that angle. We're looking at multiple angles. They're reviewing the play, by the way. It's brought to you by Pruitt Health, where family makes us stronger, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Boy, he took a ETN. You're right. Every Georgia offensive lineman was in the end zone, but somebody got to ETN and put a pretty good lick on him that just stopped him dead in his tracks.
He was running straight, Z, and they knocked him sideways, so his body and the ball, it didn't appear, anyway, to break the plane. Maybe he did on his initial surge before they knocked him sideways. But then at the end of the play, he was not in the end zone. He was not even touching the goal line, but he may have already broken the plane before he got that hit. So the play's being reviewed right now. And let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification break on the Bulldog Sports Network. Call on the field is a 1-yard touchdown run for Georgia by Trevor Etienne. Hugh Freeze, the Auburn head coach, is not happy.
Field stands. Touchdown.
The call will stand. Touchdown, Georgia. Well, that's not going to make Hugh Freeze any happier.
No, he is upset, just throwing his hands up in disbelief. If I were on the other side of that call, I'd feel just like him. But
you are not.
I'm not.
So you don't.
I like it.
Point after try by the Dogs. That Georgia touchdown brought to you by Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Bulldogs. Here's Peyton Woodring's try for point after. UCLA transfer Bo Gardner to snap. Carson Beck to hold it. For the right-footed kicker, Woodring. They'll hold it at the 11. Point after try. On the way, up and good. Right into the net. The Dogs answer. Auburn score with one of their own. New score in Athens. Georgia 21 and Auburn 10. Third quarter, we've got 3:50 to go. Timeout here at Sanford Stadium. Our second half brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Come see the friendly Franklin folks at one of our convenient Georgia locations. Trevor Etienne was just about brilliant at the end of that drive. We'll tell you about it when we come back on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. Come on, move! You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
When choosing a natural gas provider, avoid trick plays like hidden fees and poor service. Stick to your game plan with Walton Gas. For over 2 decades, Walton Gas has offered great rates, straightforward plans, and exceptional service. Join the winning team with Walton Gas, where customers always come first. Ready to secure the victory? Call Walton Gas or visit waltongas.com to see why we're Georgia's most trusted natural gas provider. Go Dogs!
I'm attorney Ken Nugent, and I'm here with legendary Georgia Bulldog quarterback and radio host Buck Ballou.
Ken and I are teaming up to give back to the brave men and women of our military. Ken's going to donate $500 to one member of the military every Bulldog football game this season.
If you're a member of the military, go to attorneykennugent.com to enter.
And somebody's going to win $500 every game.
One click.
That's it.
Ken Nugent, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
It's football time, which turns Thursday and Sunday into the best days of the week. Well, they just got better, because now through October 27th, Keno has 30% higher payouts during bonus hours. Win $500, it becomes $650. That's like getting extra field goal points for scoring a touchdown. So play Keno online and anywhere Keno is sold and get 30% higher payouts during bonus hours. Thursdays 6 to 8 p.m. and Sundays 1 to 3 p.m. Only from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
With Eric Zier, Scott Howard back with you inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth. Georgia goes 75 yards in 12 plays in 5 minutes and 55 seconds. A 1-yard plunge by Trevor Etienne to get it into the end zone for the Dogs. That's your Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. Call Georgia Metals today and say roof, roof, roof for your Bulldogs discount. You can say it different than that, but that's what you need. Those are the magic words. All right, Dogs will kick it away. Now up 21-10, getting late in the third quarter. That was a good answer, Z, to the Auburn drive.
Boy, what was it ever? You start the second half, you don't get what you want, you go 3 and out. Auburn comes back and scores, trying to snatch away a little momentum, but immediate answer there by the Dogs.
Woodring's kick going to come down right on the goal line, a yard deep. Cobb out of the end zone for Auburn. Running to his left. Ooh, hit hard at the 14-yard line. He's just driven back, and a flag dropped at the 10-yard line. My goodness. He got blown up.
Was that Cole Spear that just blew him up? I think it was.
Let's check the penalty marker.
During the return, blocking the back, receiving team number 86. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
Ooh, that would be insult to injury for Auburn. The return man just got disjointed, and then half the distance to the goal is going to put him on the 5-yard line. Georgia football brought to you in part by Modelo, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Grab a refreshing Modelo Especial brewed for full-time Bulldog fans. Drink responsibly. Cole Spear, Z, was the guy indeed that laid that lick, as you correctly said. Spear, the wide receiver, making his name felt on special teams right there. The Tigers are backed up on their own 5-yard line. 1st and 10 with 3:43 to go in the third quarter. Thorne to throw it from the goal line. Slings it out to Hunter on the left side. Can't get him on the ground. Tight roping, still moving forward all the way up to the 20, maybe the 21-yard line.
Well, they sent Hunter out on a quick motion from the backfield. No dog went with them. It was just a quick screen pass or swing pass to him. Little busted coverage there. And then again, finally we brought him down with Starks and with Walker, but we're tackling him way up high. Can't bring him down. He's just too strong.
Oh, he wouldn't go. 16 yards and a first down up to the 21-yard line for the Tigers. And it was just Hunter on 3 Georgia defenders. He didn't have any help over there. Now Hunter lines up as a receiver to the right side. Thorne in the pocket, being chased out by 93. Ingram Dawkins couldn't get his 3rd sack. Thorne on the move, running to the right, now just chunks it into the Georgia bench. Incomplete, just had to get rid of the football. Ty Ingram Dawkins gave chase. Also, C.J. Allen was stretching it out. And Thorne was just running out of options, so finally gets to the sideline and just has to throw it away.
Boy, he had his tight end, Fairweather, that was down the field with plenty of space around him, just never could locate him. Fortunate for the Dogs, too, because that would have been another explosive.
2nd and 10, Auburn on their own 21-yard line. Third quarter, they're moving to the right. 2:52 remaining. Simmons in motion to the left. They play fake to the right and throw it to the motion man out on the left sideline. He makes the catch, and is going to be wrapped up and tackled around the 35-yard line by the linebacker Damon Wilson. Malcolm Simmons went in motion from the right side, and when he got to his spot on the field, way on the left flat, Thorne just hit him with a perfect pass, and Simmons up to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Simmons in motion there, faking the jet sweep. Thorne goes immediately back to him. Turns out to be just like a little bubble screen. And Dogs, again, not able to get there and make a tackle before the chains move.
First down after the 14-yard pickup by the Tigers. They've got Damari Alston in the ball game in the backfield. Thorne going to feel the pressure this time in the pocket. He'll go down in a heap back at the 27 or the 28-yard line.
Boy, Chaz Chambliss just collapsed an Auburn offensive lineman right there. Nothing that Thorne could do on that play.
Third sack of the game by the Dogs. They put the ball on the 28. Going to be a 7-yard loss on the sack by Chambliss. And the Tigers have another player injured. And one of their big linemen just down on one knee, and that's Xavion Miller, the right tackle. And that'll get us into a timeout. He's up now, limping a little bit, but walking under his own power. But they've already taken the media timeout. So we will too. Timeout with 1:45 to go, third quarter. Auburn trails Georgia 21-10. They've got the ball for a second down play when we come back. Our second half today brought to you by First Franklin Financial, serving our neighbors since 1941. Back after this timeout on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's nothing quite like Saturday between the hedges at Sanford Stadium. And as an official partner of the Georgia Bulldogs, the Hoffman Financial Group knows that in retirement, every day is Saturday. Whether your goal is to follow the Dogs to every game, home and away, or gather with your friends to watch at your own doghouse, the Hoffman Financial Group is here to help. We all have dreams of when we want to retire and all the fun things we want to do. But then, all the questions come up. Did I save enough? What if taxes go up? What if the market goes down? The Hoffman Financial Group can help answer those questions and more with a complimentary portfolio x-ray. Get your game plan for retirement started today. Call 770-758-6288. That's 770-758-6288. Or online at unleashyourmoney.com and set up your free portfolio x-ray. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through the Hoffman Financial Group, Inc. Georgia Insurance License 163546.
Between the hedges and across the state, this is where the Dogs play. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
They're not just the Bulldogs, they're your Bulldogs. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Bulldogs pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Bulldogs. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs. Copyright 2024. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Do you hear that? That is the sound of BMW performance without a single piston or cylinder. A generation of all-electric vehicles designed and built like no other. The BMW iX, i7, and i4 revolutionize every drive into a thrilling opportunity to feel the pure rush of BMW 100% electric. But isn't that what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine?
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
Welcome back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth here at Sanford Stadium. Dogs with a 21-10 lead on Auburn here in quarter number 3. 3:43 to go. Let's take a look at the third quarter recap presented by Ag South, Ag Georgia, and Southwest Georgia Farm Credit, loans for land and farms. Both teams have scored a touchdown here in the third quarter. Auburn's outgained the Dogs in the period thus far, 91 yards to 80 yards. They've rushed for 61. The Dogs have churned out 45 yards on the ground here in the third. We've thrown for 35. Auburn's passed for 30. And they're looking at a second down and 17 coming up here. Second down, 17. The ball's on their own 28-yard line.
Dogs haven't brought a lot of pressure today. A lot of too high safety, mixed in a little bit of cover 3. See if we bring pressure here.
They run out of the pistol, hand it off to Hunter. He breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage and then into the second level and carries a couple of Bulldogs with him as the pile chases after him as well up to the 37-yard line. 9-yard gain for Hunter. Didn't look like much was going on there, and he just kept moving. Gabe Harris and K.J. Bolden made the stop in the Georgia secondary.
One thing, if he's running at me, I'm tackling his ankles. There's no question. We had another Bulldog right on Hunter's back, and we just can't get him to the ground.
It was 2nd and 17. Now it's 3rd and 8. Tigers with the ball on their own 37. Getting late third quarter, less than a minute to go. Snap to Thorne. He looks right. He throws it right on an angle. Going to the turf to make the catch is Malcolm Simmons right in front of the defender at the Auburn 44-yard line. It's going to be 4th down, though. He didn't get quite enough yardage. He needs about one more.
Dogs brought pressure there. Auburn did a good job of blocking that up. It was just a hitch on the outside. That football a little too far down the stem, which forced the Auburn receiver to have to come get it in the 4th down situation.
10 seconds to go in the quarter. Auburn's going to let it run out, and we'll go to the 4th period. They're going to let that be the final play of quarter number 3. So it's 4th down, about 1.5 yards for the Tigers. The ball is just across the Auburn 43-yard line. So we go to the 4th quarter. Georgia leads Auburn 21-10 here in Athens this afternoon. Our second half is brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Visit 1ffc.com to learn more. Timeout in Athens. Georgia 21, Auburn 10. 4th quarter on the way next here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Creature Comforts Brewing Company is the official craft beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. These two Athens institutions have joined forces to connect quality beer with the passion and pageantry of the UGA faithful. Whether it's Georgia's favorite craft beer, Tropicalia IPA, the award-winning Classic City Lager, or their new Sip 'em Seltzer, Creature Comforts has you covered on game day and every day. And if you're visiting the Classic City on game day, Creature Comforts beers are available at Sanford Stadium and anywhere good cold beer is served. 2 brands, 1 town, 1 team. Go Dogs! Sip 'em. 21 and over. Champions drink responsibly.
Hello, I'm Neil Pruitt, Chairman and CEO of Pruitt Health. Our Georgia Bulldogs have shown us what happens when a great team pulls together. At Pruitt Health, our team helps you recover from surgery or a major health event. Nurses, therapists, a whole team dedicated to giving people the personalized care they need. Come join the Pruitt Health team. Email hireme@pruitthealth.com. That's hireme@pruitthealth.com. Pruitt Health is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Carson Beck here, quarterback for Georgia. As a student athlete, I must be focused to reach my goals on and off the field.
How about we change that to on and off the court, Carson? Kate LaRocco here, outside volleyball hitter for Emory. Not everyone plays on a field, but my friends at Associated Credit Union provide an equal playing field for anyone in Georgia to reach their financial goals. Learn more at acuonline.org.
Associated Credit Union, where anyone in Georgia can live, bank, and grow.
Hey, Ben, I'm really excited about going to Sanford Stadium to see the Dogs play this Saturday. Did you pick up the tickets?
Hey, Cab, the tickets were all sold out.
Ben, did you just tell me the biggest Dogs game of the year is sold out to the avocados from Mexico jingle?
Sure did. You know they're always good, taste good, and are good for you.
You know, we could just get a bunch of avocados, make delicious guacamole, and watch the game on the big screen at home. It's good. Dogs, sick 'em.
Avocados from Mexico.
Thanks for joining us today. Bulldogs football back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth. A reminder to take advantage of exceptional lease and finance offers on the versatile BMX X3 sports activity vehicle. For more details, visit bmwatl.com today. Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics, and go Dogs. 21-10 as we start the 4th quarter. Still in the timeout here, so no activity on the field just yet. Trying to get this crowd jacked up. A lot of folks in the upper deck have left the building. Guess the sun got too hot and heavy for him on that north side. Both teams with a touchdown in the third quarter. Georgia scored once in each quarter, as a matter of fact. Fourth down and a yard to go, maybe a yard and a half. Auburn keeps its offense on the field. We'll start out in the pistol formation. Hunter lined up behind Thorne. He walks to the line of scrimmage. He talks a little bit to his right tackle. Now he's talking to his back. They shift Hunter. They might be trying to get Georgia to jump. Nope, they're going to run the play. Thorne, play fake, runs to the right. Walker cuts it off. Georgia will make the stop on fourth down back at the 39-yard line. Thorne ran himself into no man's land. Jalen Walker forced him back inside. Raylan Wilson finished off the Auburn quarterback back at the 40s where they'll spot it, and Georgia will take possession of the football right there.
Well, that play never had a chance right from the snap. It looked like Thorne changed the play at the line of scrimmage, but ran right into the teeth of this dog defense. And don't be surprised right now where Bobo takes a shot and we try to snatch all this momentum away.
4-yard loss for Auburn. Dogs will gladly take over at the Tiger 40-yard line. Try to get out the hammers and nails here in the fourth quarter. It's 21-10 for the Dogs right now. ETN in the pistol, lined up behind Beck. One receiver wide to the right, one to the left. Handoff ETN. He angles at right tackle. Not much running room there. The blocking broke down, and ETN may have lost about a half a yard. They're going to spot it back closer to the 41, so he did lose one. It'll be second and 11. Trevor this afternoon, 81 yards on the ground on 14 carries. He scored twice. Bell to the left for Beck. 3 receivers right. Smith, Lovett, and now Delp goes in motion to the left. Shotgun snap to Beck. On the logo, wants to look. He looks left, he looks right, he throws it over the middle. It's caught at the 26-yard line by Dominic Lovett, and he goes down right there, trying to change directions on Keontae Scott. And Lovett down at the 26, maybe the 27, depending on the spot. It's a Scana Energy first down for the Bulldogs.
Really nice pickup there by Trevor Etienne that allowed Carson to get to his third progression in that read. Had a hitch on the outside, a corner back to the field, and a crossing route. That was number 3. That pickup by Etienne, letting Carson get to him.
13-yard gain for Georgia. Pump fake, Beck stays short with it, dumps it off in the right flat to Cash Jones. Breaks the tackle at the 25. Cash down to the 15, to the 10 maybe, before he's brought to the grass. They're going to bring it back on the 11. Check a flag, though, back in the other direction, dropped at the 37-yard line.
I think that's going to be roughing the passer, as Carson was in a
personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 35. Low hit on the quarterback. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
So you were correct, Z. Jalen McLeod called for the roughing penalty. It's a Scana Energy first down for the Bulldogs as they move inside the Massey Ferguson red zone, and that 15-yarder will give Georgia a few more yards. Down inside, the ball's just inside the Auburn 6, down on the far right end of the field. So the Dogs have it goal to go right there on the 5.5, leading 21-10, looking to punch it in for more with 13:20 remaining in the game. Frazier's in the backfield. Nate gets the handoff, and he'll be running straight ahead and hit at the 3. And he got hit from both directions. He got hit from one side by Malik Blockton and by another side by Caleb Harris, the safety and the defensive tackle.
Yeah, just got sandwiched in there. And I'll tell you, this Auburn defense inside the 5-yard line has made, in these last couple of yards, very, very challenging this afternoon.
Frazier got a couple to the 3-yard line. ETN comes back in the ballgame. Second and goal from the Auburn 3. Drew Bobo at center, up over the football. Snaps it back to Beck in the shotgun. Play fake, quick throw, quick slant. Touchdown, Dylan Bell, and a quick slant from the left.
What a great move off the football right there. That nice inside release created plenty of separation. A quick release there by Carson Beck. And Dogs now with a little bit of breathing room.
Bell with 2 scores last week. 3-yard touchdown catch, sliding in the end zone. Just under the left upright of the goalpost is where he ended up with the football. And the Dogs are a point away from it being 28-10. Here's Peyton Woodring for the point after try. Well, they're waiting to turn him loose. And now the officials will turn him loose. Every scoring play is reviewed quickly. And he did catch the ball in the end zone, apparently. Good enough to continue the football game. Here's the point after try by Woodring. It's up and good, as you can hear that reaction from the east end zone. And Georgia now has a 28-10 lead. A touchdown catch by Dylan Bell, brought to you by Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia took over on downs in Auburn territory and cashed in. We'll tell you about the drive as Georgia extends the lead right after this. Our second half today brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Visit 1ffc.com to learn more. New score in Athens, Dogs 28, Tigers 10 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
It's college football season, so you need all the energy you can get. Luckily, Georgia Power knows a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota, let's go places. Lease a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 LE Hybrid for $359 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through November 4th, 2024. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $36.58 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards golf lessons to become a scratch golfer. Progressive cannot guarantee that you will ever become a scratch golfer. Scratch golfers are really, really good. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, and sure, you could put that money towards lessons, but if you can't hit the broadside of a barn and think you're going to become a scratch golfer, you're delusional. Sorry, just telling it like it is. Savings? Maybe. Scratch golfer? Don't hold your breath. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates. Not available in all states. It's universally accepted that golf is hard. Progressive cannot guarantee improved performance on the course.
Back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth. Georgia now leads at 28-10. The Dogs' scoring drive covered 40 yards in 5 plays in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Beck to Dylan Bell for a 3-yard touchdown reception to make it 28-10. That's the Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. Call Georgia Metals today and say roof, roof, roof for your Bulldogs discount. And after the kick, we'll check in with Shock, who's got something for us from the Georgia sidelines. Peyton Woodring has the ball teed up and ready to go as he booms this one from left to right, angling it towards the left pylon. Going to come down short on the 6. Auburn returns it quickly up at the numbers to the 20 to the 23, where Jeremiah Cobb is hit from all sides. Chris Cole grabbed him down, swept his legs out from under him at the 25-yard line. There was a lot of contact down there. Could hear the pads all the way up here. Let's go down to Shock on the sidelines. Brought to you by attorney Ken Nugent. DJ.
fellas, one thing, offensive line coach Searles was fired up, almost broke the whiteboard, being happy with ours. Like Z mentioned, having Carson time, but also open some holes. And for the defense, a lot of talk was about make sure your eyes in the right place, because watch for the trick plays and all that coming here late. Still want to be aggressive, but watch all the trick plays, double passes, all that coming up here late.
All right, Shock, thank you very much. There's a little jet sweep on the forward pass. Coming this way is Jeremiah Cobb, and he gets to the Georgia sideline from the 25. Kirby's not happy with one of his defenders, as Daniel Harris finally got Cobb out of bounds on this near sideline up the 40, maybe the 41. He got 15 or 16 yards on that sweep play to the near side.
Well, Daniel Harris had 2 Auburn blockers on him and just crumbled underneath the weight of both of those blocks.
Little chunk play by Auburn. Play fake now Thorne. He's got pressure from his right. Going to get the ball off and plenty of time. Throw a deep ball on the near sideline. And it's incomplete. Oh, my goodness. It's incomplete at the 25. And as everybody's unpiling and getting up there, there were 2 men in coverage for Georgia. Here comes a flag. Dalen Everett, the main guy in coverage. And he was trying to throw it to Cam Coleman down around the 25-yard line.
Pass interference, defense number 6, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
The official had to think about that one an extra fraction of a second before he threw the flag. And there was a lot of contact with Everett and Coleman, the receiver.
Yeah, I think what got him, Everett had Coleman's right arm and just had it hooked where he couldn't get that free. Both guys were hand fighting, though, for sure.
So the ball's on the Georgia 44 now after the 15-yard penalty against the Dogs. Snap back to Thorne. Stands in the pocket. Now forced out, runs to the right. Running laterally towards the Auburn sideline. Now he tries to cut upfield, and he'll pick up a few yards, but he continued to run parallel to the line of scrimmage all the way to the far side, chased by Xavier McLeod for Georgia. And out of bounds at the Bulldogs' 43-yard line.
Well, just nowhere for Thorne to go with that football coverage. Excellent downfield by the red and black.
He only got 1 yard. He had a lot of space over there, but he was trying to get the ball downfield, decided not to take it and run. He got 1 yard on that. Second down, quick throw, pass batted up in the air and back to the turf, back where it came from. McLeod with another play. Xavier McLeod knocked that ball down out of the hands of Thorne. Goes bouncing back behind the Auburn offense, incomplete. It's 3rd down and 9 for the Tigers.
Thorne was trying to find his tight end Fairweather on a quick slant, but host of Bulldogs that stymied at the line of scrimmage all got their hands up in the air, though, batting that football down.
Wilson, a linebacker on the right edge, and Brinson and Ingram Dawkins and Walker along the line as well. Raylan Wilson, the middle linebacker. And coverage is in, press man up tight. Snap back to Thorne. He stays in the pocket. It's pretty clean. Now he's going to step up and try to run, and we clobber him around the 43-yard line. Damon Wilson, the first guy there, and then the other Wilson, Raylan, came in to finish him off. I think he left his feet to get a good lick on the quarterback. And Thorne went down at the 42.5. Only about a 1 yard gain. It's 4th down and 8. A long 8 for the Tigers. They trail 28-10 here with 10:45 remaining in the game.
No choices left for them now. 10 minutes left in the game. Got to go for it. 4 down territory.
They snap it to Thorne. We bring the house. Quick fire to the right side. It's caught for a first down by Keandre Lambert-Smith. Caught it near the sideline, spun towards the sideline, and got a yard or 2 extra as he beats Dalen Everett on that play. And Auburn continues to play another day.
Lambert-Smith's 5th catch on the afternoon.
They snap it quickly. There's a flag down on this near sideline as Thorne throws for the end zone on the far sideline, and it's overthrown to Lambert-Smith, incomplete. But the field judge on this side dropped the flag. The flag is actually out of bounds at the 11-yard line on this near side of the field. He threw it immediately. So somebody may have still been substituting. We'll see what the officials are converging at the 32-yard line, having a little powwow, and we'll see what they decide. There's another flag, too, by the way, at the 24-yard line on the far hash. So 2 flags dropped on the play. All the officials are involved in this discussion, it would appear. So whatever the violation may or may not be, it's not an easy thing to figure out.
On the play, illegal substitution, defense, more than 11 players on the field at the snap. Ineligible downfield, number 73, offense. Penalties will offset, second down.
So they'll replay it with 1 penalty on each team. And we'll run it again.
Correction, first down.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. Ball's just inside the Georgia 30-yard line. Auburn moving to the left towards the west end zone into the sun. Although they're in shade right now, protected by the scoreboard and the height of the stadium. So not staring directly into the sun, just moving in that direction. 1st and 10 from the 29.5 of Georgia. Auburn with a football. Thorne in the shotgun. They snap it back to him. He bounces a couple of times, throws for the left corner, and incomplete. 2 yards deep across the goal line to Malcolm Simmons. Did that hit him in the chest or the hands?
I think it went right through the wickets there. He ran a little out and up from his slot position, had a step on us. It hit him right between the ones.
Hit him on the chest plate of his shoulder pads. Yeah, right on his front jersey number, as he said. That was a catchable ball. It should have been a touchdown. It just went right through the wickets. And now he's out of the game on the sidelines. So a break for the Dogs there. It's 2nd and 10 for Auburn on the Georgia 29.5. 2 receivers to this side for the Tigers. 1 to the far side. Thorne wants to throw to that single receiver on the right side. He completes the pass to Lambert Smith, jumps in the air to catch it at the 22, wrestles for extra yards and fights down to the 20-yard line. And is there a flag on the field? Daniel Harris made the stop, and that flag was dropped right at the 20-yard line.
It was just a quick hitch by Lambert Smith on the outside. We've seen him run that a number of times today. Made a good move to pick up some additional yardage. We'll see what the flag is here.
Lambert Smith, the leading receiver for Auburn coming into the game.
Personal foul, targeting, defense, number 32. The previous plays under further review.
Yeah, well, Chaz Chambliss came in to clean everything up late. Left his feet. We'll see here if he led with the crown of his helmet.
We'll take a look at a replay.
Got him on the shoulder pad. I think will be.
Play is under review. That's brought to you by Pruitt Health, where family makes us stronger. Proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. They've jumped into a timeout, too, to review the targeting call against the Dogs, so we'll take it with them. Second half brought to you by First Franklin Financial, serving our neighbors since 1941. Timeout with our score, Georgia 28, Auburn 10. Back after this, Bulldogs Sports Network.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for Athens. The Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big Go Dogs, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Bulldogs pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
I'm attorney Ken Nugent, and I'm here with legendary Georgia Bulldog quarterback and radio host Buck Ballou.
Ken and I are teaming up to give back to the brave men and women of our military. Ken's going to donate $500 to one member of the military every Bulldog football game this season.
If you're a member of the military, go to attorneykennugent.com to enter.
And somebody's going to win $500 every game.
One click.
That's it.
Ken Nugent, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Attention Georgia Bulldogs football fans. Napa is here to help you hit the road this season. As a proud partner of University of Georgia football, Napa helps you tackle tough projects. With a network of nearly 6,000 auto parts stores and over 17,000 auto care centers nationwide. So whenever your mean machine is coming down the track, know that the Napa network has your back.
Hey, Ben, I'm really excited about going to Sanford Stadium to see the Dogs play this Saturday. Did you pick up the tickets?
Hey, Cab, the tickets were all sold out.
Ben, did you just tell me the biggest Dogs game of the year is sold out to the avocados from Mexico jingle?
Sure did. You know they're always good, taste good, and are good for you.
You know, we could just get a bunch of avocados, make delicious guacamole, and watch the game on the big screen at home. It's good. Dogs, sick 'em.
Avocados from Mexico.
Back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth, the officials during the timeout determined there was no targeting. After they reviewed the play, no targeting on Chaz Chambliss, so Auburn will have the ball 3rd and 1 at the Georgia 20 as we check the Modelo scoreboard. Vanderbilt holding on to a 23-21 lead over Alabama. They are in the 3rd quarter in Nashville. Penn State defeated UCLA earlier today, 27-11. Ole Miss 27-3, laying it on thick in Columbia, beating South Carolina. They are in the 4th. Texas A&M blasted Missouri earlier, 41-10. Ohio State leading Iowa 35-7 in the 4th. Scores brought to you by Modelo. Auburn 3rd down and a yard to go on the Georgia 20. They trail 28-10. Snap is high. Thorne fields it, pulls it down, hands it off to Hunter. Hunter fighting for yards, gets to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get the first down, barely across the 20. A flag down behind the play. Thrown from behind Peyton Thorne. And let's check it from the referee, Steve Marlowe.
Personal foul, hands to the face, defense number 32. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Well, Chambliss escaped the targeting call, but didn't escape that one.
It's now the 5th penalty on the Dogs, and yeah, good call. We're just seeing it on replay. Got his hand up underneath the chin and helmet of the Auburn tight end.
And that'll be a first down by penalty at the 10-yard line. A report from DJ Shockley from the sidelines, brought to you by attorney Ken Nugent. Injury report, Kristen Miller, Georgia's defensive lineman, with a left knee injury, and he is out for now. Tigers on the 10, 1st and goal. They trail Georgia 28-10. Snap to Thorne. He's going to hand it off to Hunter. Runs to the left. We get him in the backfield and drive him back. Of course, we don't get him on the turf. That guy never goes down. Stackhouse and Starks crowd the backfield and make the stop on Jarquez Hunter and just drive him back until the whistles blow. No gain on the play, and Auburn will have it 2nd and goal from the Georgia 10.
Yeah, nice job there by Malachi, coming up from his safety position, forcing Hunter back into the teeth of that Georgia defense.
Damari Alston going to check into the game in the backfield. Hunter is out. Trying to tackle a fire hydrant, trying to get that guy on the ground. They hand it off to Cobb on the end around to the near side. Wow, what a collision at the 8. Oh, my goodness. Between Cobb and Daniel Harris. Jalen Walker made contact on the stop along with K.J. Bolden. But Cobb had a good pop on Daniel Harris. But Georgia gets the stop at the 8.5 yard and a half gain. It's 3rd and goal for the Tigers from there, but certainly 4-down territory for them. They trail by 18 with less than 8 minutes to go. Alston stays in the backfield for the Tigers. Thorne in the shotgun. Dogs defense moving around on that line of scrimmage. Here comes pressure. They chase Thorne, running wide to the right. And he'll dump it into the end zone, well short of the target. We had a full sprint out from Malachi Starks on Thorne. He almost chased him down. He was grabbing him around the legs. A diving tackle attempt by Starks as Thorne was letting loose of the football. It came up incomplete in the end zone.
He was Thorne running for his life as Malachi Stark was in hot pursuit there. Thorne actually had a receiver downfield, but was under such duress, couldn't get anything on that throw.
Lambert Smith was over there in the back corner, but couldn't get near the football. And Auburn will not make it 4-down territory. They'll try for a field goal here. From the 16, 26-yard try, near hash kicking left. And the kick is up and good by Towns Magoo, and it makes our new score 28-13. with a timeout here in Athens. 7:38 remaining in the game. Auburn gets 3 on the board. They still trail by 15 points. Our second half today brought to you by First Franklin Financial, serving our neighbors since 1941. We'll take a time, come back for more Bulldogs football. The Dogs lead it 28-13 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey Bulldog fans, cue the shine and savings. The new Zips Car Wash app is available for download. Keeping your ride sparkling clean has never been more rewarding. Get the free Zips app and earn points for every in-app purchase, including memberships. Then turn those points into free car wash rewards. Download the app today and your first wash is free. Visit Apple App Store or Google Play Store and search Zips Car Wash now. Zips Car Wash, proud sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
It's college football season, so you need all the energy you can get. Luckily, Georgia Power knows a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Hello, I'm Neil Pruitt, Chairman and CEO of Pruitt Health. We believe family makes us stronger. Pruitt Health has served families and communities throughout the Southeast for more than 50 years. If you're looking for skilled nursing, home health, or hospice care, count on our caregivers to provide the personalized plan your loved one needs. Learn more, visit PruittHealth.com. Pruitt Health is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Back with you inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth. 7:38 remains on the clock in the ball game. Georgia with a 28-13 lead over Auburn. The Tigers just got a 26-yard field goal after a 12-play, 67-yard scoring drive in 4:51 to make it a 15-point deficit for them. That's the Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. And call Georgia Metals today and say roof, roof, roof for your Bulldogs discounts.
Dogs on the alert for an onside kick. Tigers still need 2 scores and a 2-point conversion here to get back into this one.
Magoo with it teed up on the 35. He'll kick it away here. High end over end kick sails into the end zone, and Evans was up on the 5. He wasn't going to go near that ball if it sailed over his head, which it did, and the Dogs will take the touchback. So Georgia will have possession at the 25-yard line. We've seen some roster movement going on for Georgia since halftime, Z. As we were running more tight end stuff in the first half, it would appear. We've had to move some different offensive linemen around. What are your thoughts on the way we're using our personnel in that way?
Yeah, listen, I think good. You're getting a lot of guys, a lot of different reps, keeping people fresh. And, you know, with the injury to Tate Ratledge, still trying to figure out what unit you want to have out there.
We've got 2 tight ends in this formation, Lucky and Urosic. And Beck will roll and throw to the right. And, a diving, reaching effort by Lucky. But he comes down incomplete in double coverage. And there's a flag dropped back at the 23-yard line. Caleb Harris and Lee were in coverage deep down the field. And Lucky almost went up and caught that ball.
5 offense. Player went into motion from the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So illegal motion was the call on Georgia, says Steve Marlowe, the referee.
And then Lucky, after that diving attempt, got up slow. Straight over to the trainers on the sideline. No tent is up, so I'm sure they're just taking a look at him.
Auburn declines the penalty, so they'll take the down. It's 2nd and 10 for the Dogs from our 25. 2 receivers to the left. 1 man comes in motion to the near side. We run it with Branson Robinson, trying to cut off the block of Ernest Green, but Green had 2 or 3 white shirts in his vicinity, and Robinson's run is a short one. He got 1 yard to the 26. Riddick and Falk, linebacker, defensive end, make the stop for the Auburn defense, so it's 3rd and 9 with the clock moving.
A little surprised the Dogs threw it on first down and just put this game on the backs of their offensive line.
ETN back in the game for Georgia. 3rd and long here. Delpin motion to the left. Pump fake it in that direction. Roll to the right and throw it to ETN. Stops on a dime at the 25. Cuts and spins at the 30. Breaks a tackle. What a run by ETN up to the 35. Are they going to spot him short of the first down? They're spotting it just inside the 35.
Boy.
So he's going to be just short. DeMarcus Riddick, the freshman linebacker, was the guy that ETN ran away from, broke a tackle, and then Falk made the final stop. Georgia's up quickly to the line of scrimmage, ready to go for it on 4th and less than a yard. And Auburn has a player face down in the turf with an apparent injury. So we got a stoppage of play before Georgia can line up and surge ahead for a possible first down.
Where Trevor Etienne has had some highlight reel runs or catches and runs today. That was another one there. A little surprised that he didn't get the first down.
He's the Dogs' leading rusher today, 80 yards on 14 carries, 2 touchdowns. He's also Georgia's top receiver, 6 catches for 36 yards. His longest catch is only 9 yards, but what he does when he catches the ball is just is unbelievable.
Yeah, it really is. So electric and so elusive when he has the football in his hands. He is a lot of fun to watch.
Falk was the player that was shaken up for Auburn. Scoreboard shows a Vanderbilt touchdown now in their game with Alabama. Modelo's scoreboard says the Commodores are now up 29-21. Is that the score?
That was the loudest ovation we've had all day.
Vanderbilt trying to shock the world in Nashville. Oh, my goodness. Here it's 28-13, and the Dogs are just trying to finish off Auburn. 6:28 to go. Georgia leads by 15. A 4th down and less than a foot is coming up from our 34. We've got the offense out there. They're huddled up right now. They'll do a quick break, run to the line of scrimmage, probably try to get Georgia to move or get Auburn to move offside.
Well, they're letting the clock run down, too. They won't break this huddle until there's about 10 seconds left on the clock, likely.
Yeah, the play clock at 15, the game clock now at 6 minutes and now under 6 minutes. Georgia ready to break the huddle. Down to 9, they do quickly. Beck in the shotgun, ETN to his left. They're going to run a play, hand it to ETN. He started to the right, veered back to the left. Did he get across the line at the 35? Georgia's players think they got the first down.
I am shocked we just ran a play right there.
And the officials say they got the first down.
Wow.
Is this the new world of college football?
It might be the new world of the Georgia Bulldogs.
We don't need punters anymore?
Listen, what were we, 5 for 5 last week? So
yep.
May as well just keep up the streak.
Playing with confidence on 4th down. That's a high percentage the Dogs have built up this season on that down. And we get a new set of downs here on that minimal gain of about a half a yard at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 right there. Branson Robinson gets the carry. Sidesteps a man in the backfield. Then he's piled up at the line of scrimmage trying to run in behind some blocking that just wasn't there on the left side of the line. And Auburn able to stack it up right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And the Tigers will use a timeout here to stop the clock with 4:56 remaining in the contest. And Georgia leading at 28-13.
Now, gutsy call on 4th down. You're now going to force Auburn to burn through all of their timeouts here the next couple of plays.
Carson Beck today, 21 of 26 for 200 yards. A few weeks ago against Kentucky, he had his fewest yards passing as a Georgia starter, and the Dogs won that game. Last week, he had the most yards in his career as a Georgia starter. And Georgia lost the game to Alabama today, right at 200 even. 21 of 26, a high percentage there. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, a pretty good quarterback rating of almost 171 today. Dogs have mixed it up. ETN's rushed for 81 yards on 15 carries. We've rushed for 117 as a team. Auburn's rushed for 137. And that's your fourth quarter recap. And we'll tell you who the sponsor is in just a minute. Play fake, ETN, or Beck, wants to throw it down the right sideline to Oscar Delp, but it is incomplete at the Auburn 45-yard line. He had Thompson, the safety, in coverage. Pass didn't have a whole lot of juice on it as Beck had some pressure on him. He rolled to the right. He kind of jumped in the air and threw it at the same time. It floated down in that direction, but Delp couldn't get to it.
Yeah, Oscar Delp, a little wheel route from his tight end position. Had a step on the Auburn defender, but you're right. It was almost like a basketball shot there from Carson Beck that just undershot him.
Fourth quarter recap presented by Ag South, Ag Georgia, and Southwest Georgia Farm Credit, loans for land and farms. Cash Jones is in the game in the backfield now. He's going to run out for a pass on the left side, but Beck's going to throw it down the middle to London Humphreys. His first catch of the day. Didn't play last week against Alabama due to illness, and that's his first catch today. They tackle him down at the Auburn 40-yard line. Austin Keys, the linebacker, transfer from Ole Miss, made the stop for the Tigers.
Great movement in the pocket there from Carson Beck. Had to slide just a little bit to his right, then stood up into the pocket and delivered a strike to Humphreys.
25-yard gain, Z, down to the 40 as the clock continues to move. 4:10, 4:09, 1st and 10 for the Dogs. They take their time. Nate Frazier, lone setback. Beck's gone under center. Bell in motion. Play fake to him on the jet sweep. Hand it to quick Frazier around the left side. Frazier shakes and bakes to the 30, far sideline, 25, 24, maybe the 23.
Boy, so quick when he gets to the edge. You just can't catch him, and he continues to impress.
17 yards at the blink of an eye for Nate Frazier along the left side. Auburn got to see a little bit what the freshman can do up close on that play. He hasn't had a lot of carries today, but that was his longest run of the afternoon. That's his 6th carry of the game. Nope, correction. That's his 7th carry of the game, 36 yards now. 1st and 10 Dogs. On the 23 of Auburn. Frazier will get another chance. Squirts through the whole middle of the field and fighting for yards down inside the 15, tumbled down at the 13. Late flag comes in after the tackle.
Boy, another impressive run there by Frazier. He is. You heard Kirby Smart say we've got to get number 3 into the football game, going to the locker room at halftime, and with the chances he's had, he continues to impress.
Well, there was just minimal daylight in that hole that he ran through, but he squeezed through it with his quickness.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Personal foul, blocking below the waist, illegally, number 7, offense. It's a 15-yard penalty. Replay first down. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 73, offense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Ouch. So the Dogs will be backed up 30 yards on 2 penalties. One a dead ball foul after the play. That one was the penalty on Truss, and the other one was on Lawson Lucky for the block below the waist.
Yeah, and Truss just hustling in at the end. Frazier was down, so but those plays not necessarily egregious, but correct calls in both cases.
Well, that erases a really good, happy feeling in the way Nate Frazier was running towards the end of this game here with 3:05 to go. That forces us back on our own 47-yard line. Considerable loss on 30 yards and penalties on that one play. All right, back to work. Frazier stays in the backfield. Bell across in motion, handoff to Frazier, angles at left tackle, and they upend him at the 49-yard line. Austin Keys, the linebacker, got a piece of the freshman running back that time. Stopped him just shy of the 50. He picks up 2.
Auburn choosing not to burn their timeouts here.
2nd and 38. 2:40 to go. That's what 30 yards and penalties will do to you. Georgia taking its time. And as he said, Auburn's just letting the clock run. So why not? Still 19 seconds to go on the play clock. Dogs still in a little huddle about 3 yards behind the ball. 2:20 to go. Georgia on its own 49. Play clock at 8 now. We break the huddle quickly. Branson Robinson lined up behind Beck. He shifts to the right in the shotgun. Play fake. Robinson. Beck will throw it instead. Lost London Humphreys across the middle. Makes the catch at the 37 or so. And they tackle him as he runs towards the Auburn sideline. And Auburn's going to call a timeout now with 2 minutes to go. No, that will be the 2-minute timeout, the official 2-minute timeout, as the Dogs get back a little bit of that yardage on 2nd and 38. And the line of scrimmage will be the Auburn 36 when we come back. So a 16-yard pickup on that throw to Humphreys. Dogs lead 28-13 with 2 minutes to play in the ball game. Timeout here in Athens. Our second half is brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Come see the friendly Franklin folks at one of our convenient Georgia locations. We'll come back to Athens right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
The red zone, that last area of the field the Dogs have to maneuver before they celebrate a touchdown. In financial planning, there's also a red zone. Those last few years of planning before you celebrate retirement. Just like the Dogs have to execute their game plan, you need a game plan for retirement. At the Hoffman Financial Group, we start with a free portfolio x-ray. It's a deep dive into your retirement accounts. What's working? What's not working? Are you headed for a big tax bill? Will you have enough income? What are your options for Social Security? We're here to help you tackle all the issues you face in retirement. Call the Hoffman Financial Group today for a free portfolio x-ray. 770-758-6288. That's 770-758-6288. Or online at unleashyourmoney.com. The Hoffman Financial Group is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through the Hoffman Financial Group, Inc. Georgia Insurance License 163546.
Fall is here and the University of Georgia is back in action. Whether you're gearing up for game days or enjoying the outdoors, set yourself up for success with Good Feet Premium Arch Support Systems. Good Feet Arch Supports align your entire body and are custom fit to your lifestyle. On the move, cheering from the stands, seeking relief from plantar fasciitis, or from days on your feet, we've got the perfect fit for everyone, including you. The Good Feet store is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Visit one of our 12 locations. Walk-ins welcome or book online at goodfeet.com. Go Dogs!
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota, let's go places. Get 3.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. Offer valid through November 4th, 2024. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.52 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth, Piedmont Healthcare offers you exceptional, hassle-free care closer to home. Piedmont, the official healthcare provider of UGA Athletics. While we have a second, well, we've got 10 of them. Let's pause all 10 for station identification on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Stadium emptying out has been a little bit. Steady flow here in the second half. Georgia with a 28-13 lead. 2 minutes to go. And the Dogs with a 3rd and 23. Coming up from the Auburn 36-yard line. Beck talking to his offensive line. Trevor Etienne in the backfield to the left of Beck. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Handed off to Etienne. He runs in there behind Micah Morris, the right guard. And then Drew Bobo just came in from behind and just plowed Etienne forward for about another 2 yards to the 29-yard line. He got 7 on that run straight ahead. And Auburn stops the clock with a timeout. 1:54, so only 6 seconds went off the clock. And it's 4th and 16 coming up for the Bulldogs. 28-13 is the score. Dogs have been steadily in control of this, especially here in the second half. Auburn hasn't been able to threaten a whole lot. And the Dogs will go for a field goal here to try to add to their 15-point lead, try to make it an 18-point lead with Peyton Woodring. He'll try the field goal between the hash marks, kicking to the right towards that east end zone. From about the 37-yard line, it would appear. 47-yard try for Woodring. Gardner to snap it. Snap back. Beck puts it down. Kick is on the way, and it is good. 3 more for the Dogs, and with that good kick, the good hands at Allstate will contribute to the Georgia Bulldogs General Scholarship Fund. Thank you to Allstate. New score here at Sanford Stadium. Georgia now leads it 31-13 with 1:50 to go on the field goal try. 47-yard conversion by Peyton Woodring.
Dogs now 383 yards of total offense, 240 through the air for Carson Beck, 143 on the ground for the Dogs. Trevor Etienne, the leading rusher. 16 attempts, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's been electrifying when he's had the football in his hand.
And Z, that drive covered 46 yards and 12 plays, almost 6 minutes off the clock, 5:48, a 47-yard field goal for Woodring. He's now 7 for 7 in field goals this season. And that makes the score 31-13. That's the Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. Call Georgia Metals today and say roof 3 times. Roof, roof, roof for your Bulldogs discount. Here's Woodring's kickoff now from left to right. Sailing towards the front left corner of the end zone. It'll get in just inside the pylon and out of bounds in the end zone for a touchback. Auburn with the ball, minute 50 to go. They'll start at their own 25-yard line. And this one should be out of reach with 1:50 to go. Is it safe to say that now? 31-13.
It's safe to say that with that field goal, we made it.
I had to get your approval.
Yes, you did. Yeah, it's safe to say that now.
We cannot say that in Nashville. Alabama has closed the gap a little bit again, but Vanderbilt still leads. Is that right, Road Dog? Yes. We'll get you that score in a minute. Scoreboard brought to you by Modelo. Thorne in the shotgun for Auburn from the 25. Step back, fires right side. It's caught by the Tigers receiver on the far sideline. That's Malcolm Simmons, the freshman. Dalen Everett on the stop right on the sideline at the 29-yard line. He got 4. Georgia was also trying to rip the ball out of his hands there at the end of the play.
Another quick hitch to the outside. Thorne's thrown a number of those on the day. Thorne now 14 out of 21 on the afternoon.
Simmons got out of bounds to stop the clock with 101 seconds to go. Thorne now ready to go again. He launches one, same general direction, same guy. Malcolm Simmons makes the catch. We hit him out of bounds with Dan Jackson into the Auburn sideline right at midfield at the 50-yard line. That'll be a 21-yard gain.
That took every ounce of restraint for Dan Jackson not just to go explode through him there.
He bumped him pretty good, but probably pulled up too since he was right there on the sideline. 1st and 10 at the 50. Thorne to throw again. Same spot. Far sideline is caught by Lambert Smith. He sidesteps Dan Jackson this time, but Dan got enough of him to knock him off balance. He falls ahead to the 30-yard line. There's 20 more yards, so they're taking big chunks here.
Boy, are they ever.
Clock moving, 1:25. It's going to stop there. I think Georgia's going to call a timeout. They want to kind of right the ship here. What's going on that far side of the field?
Kirby not happy. Out nearly to the hash. Yelling at somebody. I'm not sure who he's yelling at, but not happy at all.
1:25 to play. Georgia leads by 18. It's 31-13, trying to win the 8th consecutive game in this series. And they're a minute 25 away from doing that. But Auburn taking big chunks of yardage here on this particular possession as they bite off 20 and 25 yards at a time on the far side of the field with a couple of different receivers, Simmons and Keandre Lambert-Smith. So they've driven down to the Georgia 30 with 1:25 to play. Auburn has one timeout remaining. They huddle up at the 35. They break out of the huddle. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. They'll send 3 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Empty set for Thorne. He works out of the shotgun. Snap it back. Thorne sets up in the pocket, throws for the end zone, far corner, overshoots his man Simmons, who jumped in the air at the 5-yard line, reached one arm up high in the air trying to grab it with one hand, but couldn't do it. Almost threw it in the hedges on that side of the field. It's incomplete. Daniel Harris was in coverage for the Dogs. And that incompletion will stop the clock with 80 seconds left, 1:20 to go.
Dogs playing a lot of cover 2 right now. That time went man under just to apply a little bit more pressure and make things a little more difficult.
2nd and 10 coming up for the Tigers. 3 receivers again to the near side, 2 to the far side. Going all out in the passing game here when you're down 18 with minimal time remaining. Thorne's got it. Going to go for the end zone and incomplete. It hit the back of the defender, Dan Jackson.
Boy, great job by Dan Jackson in coverage there. Dogs that time, they were playing 2. Go single safety on that one and put a linebacker in the middle of the field to spy on Thorne. Dan Jackson was trailing just a little bit, but able to close just enough ground to deflect it.
Perry Thompson was the target for Thorne, the 6'3 freshman from Foley, Alabama. Pass just short. As we said, it hit Dan Jackson in the back in his coverage on the far side. Incomplete. 3rd down and 10. 1:14 remaining. Tigers from the Georgia 30 on 3rd down. 5 receiver formation, empty set. Thorne with time throws it over the middle and off the hands and incomplete of Fairweather. And then he turned around and asked the referee for a flag after the ball hit him right squarely in the hands and he dropped it. Ja'Cory Thomas was in coverage on the Auburn tight end, but the incomplete pass brings up a 4th and 10 for the Tigers. I'm not sure what Fairweather was looking for there.
A miracle, help, something.
I guess he didn't want the world to know that ball hit him in the hands and he didn't catch it. It almost looked as if he wasn't quite ready for it to be coming in his direction. All right, here we go. 4th and 10 for the Tigers from the Georgia 30. Play clock down to 1. They just get it off as the clock hits 0. Thorne almost sacked, steps out of it, rolls to the right, looking and throwing, and incomplete at the 15, 16-yard line. Going face down to the turf was Thompson, but the pass is incomplete. Didn't catch it, hit the ground. And Georgia will take over on downs at their own 30 and get the last 63 seconds off the clock and win this game.
I don't know how Thorne wasn't sacked on that play. And then when he got out of all that mess, I don't have any idea how he missed his receiver that was wide open on the sideline.
The amazing world of college football.
Yes, it is.
1:03 to go. Auburn still with a 1 timeout showing on the scoreboard. They have 1 timeout remaining. If they want to stop the clock, they can. Won't do them any good, or at least it shouldn't. Georgia will go in the victory formation at their own 30-yard line. Beck under center with Smith and Bell right behind him, angling to his left and right. And he'll take the snap and take a knee. And the clock begins to tick with 55 seconds to go.
Yep, we'll have to snap it one more time, and the teams will meet in the middle. So a good workmanlike victory today. Really, the energy in the stadium was it never really got going that much. But
people were just enjoying the homecoming festivities.
That's just so, yeah.
They didn't want to be rude or anything to the opposing team. And Dogs take one more snap, and they'll take a knee, and that's it. 25 seconds still showing on the clock. The countdown is on. Kirby Smart and Hugh Freeze will meet at the middle of the field for a handshake, surrounded by photographers and their state patrol details. So they have said their pleasantries after this one. Georgia has made it 8 straight in a row over Auburn. The clock hits 0, and the Dogs win it today by a score of 31-13. Georgia improves its record to 4-1 for the year, now 2-1 in the SEC. Auburn drops to 2-4 and 0-3 in conference play. The Dogs back at home next week for a 4:15 kickoff against Mississippi State. We'll be on the air with you at 12 o'clock next Saturday afternoon for our pregame coverage here on the Bulldogs Sports Network. So the Dogs win their SEC home opener over their long-standing rival in the 129th meeting. Georgia defeats Auburn 31-13. Stay tuned for our post-game coverage. That's coming up next here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.